Okay, finally. It's been a night. I got a few things I have to do before I actually start my stream here. I gotta up my white balance here. Okay, that looks better. Close that out. All right, thank you for tuning in. Tonight I'm going to be doing an on-air airline manager flight, and I'm going to be going old school analog flying. No GPS, no moving maps. But before I do that, so it's been a night. There's been a lot of issues. I gotta launch say intentions. There we go. Okay, say intentions is loaded up. I have to make sure I'm getting my headset from. Nope. Man, everything got switched up. Com output's going to come to my headphones.
This is what Com 1 sounds like.
Okay.
This is what Com 2 sounds like.
Alright, say intentions is up. So, first thing I'm going to do is show you in the bottom right screen here, OnAir Airline Manager. Before I do that, sorry, I just have to make sure say intentions is rolling correctly. Yeah, we're good. Okay, and I got to make sure I filed my flight plan. So, pull up SimBrief. Tonight's going to be a long flight, though. I'm going to try to hand fly as much as I humanly can. So, just got to check my audio. Yeah, it sounds good. Radio check. Error, no audio from mic. Radio check. Hello, hello, radio check 1 2. Hello, radio check 1 2.
Approach, not clear what you said. Say again.
It's alright. It's working. Okay, we're good. New flight. Okay, so I will load up. Oh man, looking at over a 3-hour flight. Prefile say intentions. Okay. Okay, so here we are in OnAir Airline Manager. Get a quick look at my company here. We are in Thunder mode over here, the hardest way to do it right now. My company value is $397. I really do take this a little too seriously, and I never do a freelance flight or anything. So you'll see. I mean, this is going to be over a 3-hour flight that I think I'm making under $1,000 on. It's going to cost me like probably over 200 in fuel at least. All right, where's the job? There it is. Transmission valve body. I'm taking 192 pounds from Kentucky to Missouri. There's the loadout. Okay, departure time. So right now it would be 7:28, but I want to go. I'm not doing a real time. I don't want to do a night flight. I want to kind of do a morning flight. So I'm going to set this up for set it back 12 hours, 7:30 a.m. Okay, fuel, so I just need to set the fuel to 233 pounds. Which I thought I had already done that. Balance fuel, 233. Oh, none of this is right. Okay, so it was just me, put in my weight. No co-pilot. 192 pounds of cargo. There we go. And I am running this on Active Sky as well. So there's the job. So pretty simple. All I do is hit start tracking, and then it tracks the whole flight for me. All my flight dynamics and characteristics, airspeed, G-force, rough landings, all that stuff. Not doing something I'm supposed to do, like, you know, having taxi lights on when I'm taxiing, etc., etc. And the bad news is I lost my Cherokee checklist. I had it in here. I think my son might have grabbed it and took off with it because he likes to get in here and cause trouble. I don't see it laying around down here anywhere. He must have grabbed it. Oh well. Well, either way, my flight plan is filed, so let's pull up the chart. There we go. Tango Zulu Victor to Mike Alpha Whiskey. It's Tompkinsville to Malden. Oh, I gotta take off moving maps, not doing that. No moving maps. Okay, so first order of business is pull up my to pull up my comms list. Okay, so I'll have to get my IFR clearance from Memphis Center on 13385. So let's just start the plane up and give them a call. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this checklist in my head for the startup. Big no-no, but it's just a simulator. I'll be okay. I think I got it down anyways. Yeah, I don't know where my checklist went. All right, whatever. So here, so beacon light on, the battery stays off. Fuel pump will go on, so that switches on. Parking brake is set. Throttle open, half-inch. Mixture is full rich. Fuel tank select to the left tank. We're going to burn a lot of the fuel out of the left tank first. Emergency cutoff valve is in. All right, so battery on. Oh wait, let me give it a couple primes. Okay, battery on. Here we go. Okay, fuel pump off. Go nav light on right now. It's not nighttime. And avionics on. Okay, so first thing is first, let's get weather. I'm using Active Sky, so that'll be on 124175. Let's see if we can get that. And they're not broadcasting any weather. Okay, let's look it up manually. IFR. Wind is calm. Overcast 400 feet. 29er, 79er. For the altimeter. Transponder in standby mode. Trim set for takeoff. All right, so we're going to call up Memphis Center and try to get IFR clearance. They are on... Well, actually, you know what? Let's get on Unicom here first. And let them know what we're doing. So wind is calm. We're departing to the west, so we'll go over to runway 22. So it's going to taxi up this way. Taxi light on. All right, it's calm. Tompkinsville traffic, Cherokee 4320, Juliet at the ramp, taxi into runway 22 via Alpha, Tompkinsville. All right. This is going to be over a 3-hour flight, so a little coffee will help. I'm going to try to hand fly it the whole way. So, all right, so we can get rid of this. Don't need that view anymore. Oh wait, I never hit start tracking. What am I doing? Hopefully it doesn't shut down the aircraft. Sometimes it does that. Or it's going to make it go nighttime.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
There we go. Okay. Now we're tracking. So that would have been a waste of time. And I'm also noticing a problem here. My right wing is showing on the bottom. I don't want that. I had a hotkey set, but yeah, just do that instead. To do it manually. I suck with OBS. Ooh, it is windy. And that's why it's going to take so long. The wind differential is horrible. I don't know what that is or where that came from. I've never had an approaching warning system. Ground warning system. And as soon as I got the XPLANE 12.4 update, it started happening. So, go figure. So we're going to actually park it up here and then get IFR clearance. Got to lean the mixture a little bit before the taxi. Whoa. See, even that, like I got precious cargo, I got to be careful on the taxi. The rudders are way too sensitive. But, got to be careful. Alright, we're going to hold up here and get our clearance. Okay. Alright, over to Memphis on 133.85. I'll watch my RPMs too low. Alright, so we're on with Center, so I'll call them. Memphis Center, Cherokee 4320 Juliet on the ground at Tompkinsville, Kentucky. That's Tango Zulu Victor. We're looking to pick up IFR to Malden, Missouri. That's Mike Alpha Victor.
Clearance in just a second. Cherokee 4320 Juliet, Memphis Center, cleared to Malden. Radar vectors BNA, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Departure on 1335.
Alright, clear to Malden via VNA, then is filed. BNA is filed, Nashville. Climb 4000, departures on 13385, squawk 1146, release for departure, clearance void if not off by 1353 Zulu, 4320 Juliet. 13385 with them, alright. Let's go. So I'm going to call CTAF for Tompkinsville. Tompkinsville traffic, Cherokee 4320 Juliet departing runway 22. Going to be making a southwest departure up to 4,000 feet IFR, Tompkinsville. Alright, one more swig. It's going to be a windy takeoff. Look at that sock, the wind sock. That doesn't look wind calm to me. Might be an outdated report. Alright, strobe on. Flaps. Alright, let's go. Okay, rotate. Oh, yep, that's windy.
Airborne time logged.
Alright, so from here we'll fly directly to Nashville, 114.1. Alright, we're right on there. Tompkinsville traffic, Cherokee 4320 Juliet, clear the airspace to the southwest, passing 1600 for 4000. Final call. Tompkinsville traffic, Steve. Alright, back over to Nashville. Nashville Center, Cherokee 4320 Juliet, just left Tompkinsville, 2 miles to the southwest, 1800 for 4000.
Juliet, Memphis Center, radar contact, climb and maintain 4000, turn left heading 230, vectors to BNA, then on course.
Climb 4000, turn left 230, vectors, Nashville, then on course, 4320 Juliet. Whoops. Okay. And we're in the clouds. Check one thing.
Center Alaska 1223
Whoa.
at 209 for flight level 230.
Totally got disoriented there.
Center, good afternoon. Flight maintain flight level 240. Flight maintain flight level 240 Alaska 1223.
On course here for a second.
Southwest 694. Flight 588 to direct El Paso.
Direct El Paso, Flight 588, thank you.
All right, passing 3,000.
Flight 588, want to verify that
Continuing
you're
on
to,
my course
Paso, VOR, and then the airport.
of
588.
230.
Center American 18000 climbing.
American 756, center climbing.
So my right,
level 290.
my headset's not popping up
Zero, make it
on
step back.
here. Speakers 4. No. Get this out of here.
Southwest 694, contact center 135.15. Never mind.
Okay. I have to throw it on autopilot for 1 second. I gotta heat up my coffee. Be right back.
Center Compass 6096, checking on flight level 340. Compass 6096, center radar contact 20 miles southeast of Lafuda. Position checks, Compass 6096.
General low scale 3391 is 187 climbing 230.
Skyway 3391, center climbing, maintain flight level 270.
I maintain 270, Sky 3391.
American 2546, level 380. American 2546, center reset, transponder squawk 1353.
1353, American 2546.
American 2758, send via the Lucky One arrival, accept, maintain flight level 240.
Send via the Lucky One arrival, accept, maintain flight level 240, 2758.
Skyway 3391, contact center 127.52.
2752, Sky 3391.
American 2546, radar contact 2 miles south of Lafuda.
2546. Los Angeles Delta 574 with you 380.
Delta 574, center reset, transponder squawk 1304.
Okay. Had to fill up my coffee. Alright, killing the autopilot.
Caution.
Whoa. Forgot to set my altitude when I put on autopilot there. Alright, so we got to get down to 4,000. We're up at 5,500. Actually, this looks like a pretty good altitude in between these cloud layers.
Up at 1696, send via the Ola 1 arrival, descend maintain flight level 240, maintain 300 knots greater.
So to maintain, send via the Ola 1, accept maintain flight level 240, 300 in transition.
Up to 1696, Quebec, Roger.
Missing comms, no.
Exit 588, contact
Expediting descent to 4,000,
135.15.
42 Juliet. That was a screw up.
3515.
Sorry, buddy. I needed to heat my coffee up.
Maintain 4,000 feet.
Delta 574, radar contact 60 miles southeast of the Suda.
Still 574.
American 2758, contact center 128.6, good day. 286, good day, American 2758.
My headset was acting up tonight. I went to start the stream and it, for some reason, OBS was just not recognizing my mic and it wasn't working very well in my sound setting menu as well on Windows, but I had to unplug it and put it into a new port, a new USB port, and it started working again, but XATC is not reading it for whatever reason.
X-ray Alpha Juliet Victor Charlie Center reset transponder.
Should say speakers for USB audio device for some reason.
Transponder 6745.
It's not working. That's the one it was. Nope.
Exit 385, 19.5.
That's my best option, I think, right there.
385, center climb and maintain flight level 270.
270 to the 385.
Alright, trying to get down to the right altitude. 50 miles to Nashville. And if this airspeed doesn't drastically improve, this is going to be even longer than I thought.
Right turn 330 Delta 574.
Oops, moving maps just popped back up. There we go.
And 756 across Hog, that maintain flight level 250. Hog 250, Roger, American 9756.
Okay.
Delta 574, descend maintain flight level 280.
Okay, we're leaving 38 for 280 Delta 574.
Wow, quicker to drive. Flying into like a 25 knot headwind. My airspeed is horrible right now. 65, ground speed 66. It's like being in a car.
Charlie radar contact 25 miles south.
I mean, Cherokees are slow anyway, but God. Alright. Oh, my son did not run off with my checklist. Here it is. I had it tucked into my kneeboard. Okay. Cruise, fuel pump is off. Fuel pressure. Mixture adjust as we cruise. Fuel tank, manage them. So we're going to burn a lot of the fuel out of the left tank first. I wonder if VATSIM is running right now. If it is, I'll jump on there.
American 70, subject Ebony.
Direct Ebony, American 70.
Oh, it is! Should I log? I'm gonna log into VATSIM. Let's do it.
Delta 574, in the transition, maintain 260 knots.
260 knots in the transition, Delta 574.
It's audio settings. I'm having an audio error with VATSIM right now. Audio error. Could not open speaker device. Please check the XPilot audio settings and try again. Everything reset. Microphone device is USB 4 audio device. Headset device 4. Right. Speaker. Realtek audio.
Air 6, connect center 135.7.
135.7, Air 6.
Hello? Radio check? Okay. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Delta 160, connect center 134.9 or 5.
3495, Delta 116, good night.
Come on. Oh, did I pull XPilot out?
79 Julie Sierra, descend and maintain full 360.
79 Julie Sierra, descend and maintain
Level 360.
Why isn't it connected?
Goodbye, Whiskey, descend and maintain 12240. 240, Mama Zero.
Say again, last 20 Juliet? I didn't get that departure. Shit, can't sign on to the VATSIM because my audio.
November Yankee Center, Roger, the Albany out there with 3
What did they say? 118.02?
Roger.
118.4. Over to Nashville departure on 118.4. 20 Juliet.
Time to maintain, set level 400.
Nashville departure, Cherokee 4320 Juliet with you at 4,000. Lafayette, altimeter 2982, 20 Juliet. I can't connect to VATSIM. The connect button's not lighting up. What is going on? Waiting for XPLANE
a little over
connection.
6.5. Got a heavy trip 7. 180 will do. And tower down 18.3. Good. 180 will do. And 18.3. Break out.
Hello?
United 1533. Since the level 18,000 with Kilo. 1533, next bridge, good. More Nihilus 4, Red Altimeter 3026.
I don't get it. Can't connect to VATSIM either. This is the problem with flight simulation as a hobby. It's very hard to get an uninterrupted flight for me. And when I say uninterrupted, I mean, you know, cold and dark to shut her down without being interrupted. Many times, even on short flights. So I just always have issues with that.
And then 6,000 United 1533.
Why it's not signing in though? Like, usually the issue, I wonder if it's because OBS and I'm streaming the map. I got so much going on right now, it's just struggling.
140 heading United 57.
Oh well. Go without VATSIM. Alright. We are 41 miles from Nashville. That's our first waypoint. So we're probably somewhere over Lafayette Municipal right now, give or take. Just by looking at the chart.
140, 180,
So we'll go right over Nashville at 4,000. And then from there we're going to break off the VOR on the 314 radial for 46 nautical miles to Clarksville. Can't see a thing. So this, let me see here. Local time, 8 a.m. exactly. This is not a real-time flight. It is real weather. Outside air temp is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 10 degrees Celsius. And I'm using Active Sky right now, coupled with XPLANE's native weather engine. So I use the XPLANE weather visuals, but the effects I use Active Sky passive mode for. But I can't see anything. I can see a little clearing up here. Total overcast under me.
United 1030, descending via the Bilbo and Kilo.
It's be a long one. We're 76 knots ground speed right now.
26, thank you, sir.
40 miles from Nashville, so still looking about a half hour till I get there.
Okay, 3590, less than 140. Up to 140 per here, 3590.
Excuse me. The thing I've come to realize about doing these long haul flights, it's more ASMR for me than anything. I swear, I just kind of like get into a hypnotic state and kind of zone out and relax. I think the first time I ever saw a flight simulator YouTube channel of like a home cockpit, I fell asleep during the flight watching it. I was like, oh man, it's kind of cool. I don't typically sleep well, so anything I can do to relax me and put me out. Although I'm drinking coffee after 9 p.m., so, and this is not decaf. Oh man, well, I see a few people in here watching. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Nate. This is my home-built flight simulator. Tonight I'm flying the Piper Cherokee panel 140. I can interchange this with a dual G5 digital panel, and then when I hook up the dual G5 digital, I'll use my 650 touch GPS. But I purposely go between that and this, where I just fly completely analog and have to fly old school. Old school navigation, communication, getting information. Especially IFR, this is way easier to get disoriented when I'm flying in these clouds. altitude-wise, keep my heading. It's just a lot to manage on top of your navigation and communication. And plus, you got to stay ahead of the aircraft, right? So I should have guard on COM 2. So guard is at emergency frequency, where anyone going through any kind of an emergency can broadcast onto that, and anyone listening transmits the information to a center or a approach that they're tuned into. So I should always have that monitored on COM 2 if I'm not using it. So these are my communications radios. This is COM 1 in standby, and this is COM 2 in standby. This is my transponder. This is my autopilot, which I typically try not to use too much for the Cherokee, but I use it all the time in the Skyhawk. And then this is my distance measuring equipment, my DME panel. So this is the navigation radio that I'm currently tuned into, 114.10. That's Nashville's International Airport, BNA. So I'm tuned into that radio frequency. I'm 34.9 miles from that frequency on the 235 radial. So I'm on track, flying at 77 knots ground speed towards that point. I apologize for coughing. I hope that's not too loud in the mic. It's that time of year. It's so dry up here in the Northeast. Okay, it's currently under flight following right now, or not flight following, IFR with Nashville departure on 118.4. What I can do is I'm gonna put the ATIS for Malden Regional right now, AWAS, on 119.82 on my COM 2 standby radio, so that I don't have to deal with that when I get closer. And then this is the non-towered airport I'm flying into, so I will have to review the, I didn't review any of the approach charts, but I can do that in this flight. Hopefully the weather will clear a little bit. I don't know. I'm not even looking at weather reports. Truly old school. I mean, I read the weather reports between here and there, but I'm not looking at like live radar or anything like that.
Yeah, it's 2050 when you're at 3, so to 180 knots, hold that's doing it. At 3,000, slow to 180, still doing it, 2050 will approve.
Had this week off from work. Nice week to recharge my batteries. Especially this time of year, the weather is so brutal up here in February. Don't see the sun very much, and it's just always wet and rainy or snowing. Always gray. It's a crazy time of year at work too, so it's nice to get a week off.
That's 2050 tower on 18.3. 18.3, 1252.
Cannot see a thing. Here, let me pull up an exterior view really quick. A still shot. Let's kill this. Look at that visibility. That's IMC. Look at that. Already gone. Jeez. This is IMC conditions. Truly. I'm right on the 235 radial. I should be on the 240 radial actually, but I was cleared direct to Nashville from my previous location, so my flight plan on my tablet is valid, is what they gave me. I can't believe I thought my son stole my checklist. Had it tucked in. Alright, I'm just rechecking the cruise checklist. I definitely need to swap the tanks. So let's do that.
Echo 3423, turn left heading 120, descend and maintain 3000.
Left 120, descend, maintain 3000, American 3423.
Oh, man.
Echo 3423, you're 14 from Grady, continue left turn 070, 3000, full established, clear to Oshford approach.
070, 3000, full established, clear to Oshford range, American 3423.
Guys, 1221, when you join the final air traffic, will be at your 10 or 11 o'clock, 4 miles eastbound, VFR 2500, type up now.
1221, we're looking.
Alright, 30 miles from Nashville.
Traffic 11 o'clock, about a mile and a half.
About 23 minutes.
Still looking for traffic, 1221.
Now here's the problem. I am cooking. I'm burning a lot of fuel right now. With OnAir, you got to be very cognizant about your fuel consumption because it's so expensive and it eats up into your profit margins by a very large amount. I mean, as you can see, I don't do flights very often where I do a complete flight. I'm down here a lot tinkering with this thing, but so every day that you're sitting, you're amassing, you know, hangar fees or parking fees, I should say, or wear and tear. You know, I have a weekly cost where I have to pay like $1,100 a week for the lease on this plane. So anything that you make, you first have to look at your overhead, right? And I have a ton of overhead, but I don't cheat. I could easily do like some freelance flights right once in a while where I'm not burning any of my own gas or using, you know, I'm not sucking up the hours on the engine or the airframe on this thing or anything. But I don't do that. I don't cheat. Although I should, because like, you know, in real life I wouldn't be doing one flight every other week. I'd be flying every day. I can't do that realistically. So once in a while I should sprinkle in. So yeah, I'm at a crossroads though with this air traffic control. I'm so torn because I mean I have subscriptions to both Pilot Edge and Say Intentions, but my Pilot Edge subscription, the annual, is coming up, and it's like do I really use both of these enough to justify it? And I like using Pilot Edge by far the best. But the problem is, it's I hate just flying West Coast U.S. I mean I live on the East Coast. I want to fly East Coast. I want to fly in the Northeast, the South, the Midwest. You know, Southeast like Florida and Pilot Edge. I can't do any of that, and it really sucks. And it also sucks that I can't get on there before 11 o'clock in the morning my time, especially on the weekends, because you know that's like the prime time for me to just get down and get a flight before the day starts and my kids get up. And unfortunately I mean even if I wake up at 5 a.m. I can't really bank on my son sleeping past 6:15, 6:30 where I can expect to hear him get up. So I mean I have like an hour usually, typically like on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, where I can get down here and with a cup of coffee while my eyes are still a little groggy and do this, but Pilot Edge is not available then. And I hate flying without any kind of like air traffic immersion, because then it takes all the rules out the window, and I only fly this using real world rules and regulations. That's, for me, that's the only way to really be immersive with this. Otherwise I'm just, what am I doing? I like simulating all of the real world stuff. That's the mental challenge for me. I'm not in this for sightseeing, you know, in this to like learn and I've learned a lot. But I think I'm pretty much done with it. Like I don't know what else where I can really go from here. I'm never going to do a motion platform or anything like that. That's just too much of an investment. And I'm always going to keep the computer mid-range. I'm never going to go with like the hot new graphics card or anything like that. This is an incredibly expensive hobby, and just maintaining everything is expensive. So anyway, that brings me back to Pilot Edge. So I think I'm going to let go of that subscription for a little while, and just stick with Say Intentions for now. Although I'm not like, super happy about that, because I do like Say Intentions, but I like live ATC so much better, and it sucks because VATSIM, as you can see, I always have issues with VATSIM. I've never had an issue connecting like this though, but I always have issues with finding coverage, right? Because I try to do everything so real world. Yeah, it's not letting me connect.
1809 or greater is still doing your number one tower now 18.3. Have a nice day.
My password's incorrect.
Greater to doing and tower 18.3. You as well for Dog Simple.
Oh. Let me try something.
At 1855, proceed direct griddy, maintain 8,000.
Directly to griddy, 8,000 at 1855.
It doesn't matter. I don't know why my file on the flight plan. I can't connect to VATSIM. Waiting for XPLANE connection. Please make sure XPLANE is running and the flight is loaded, which it is. I only have one computer. What else am I flying this on? And that's the thing with VATSIM. I can't really rely on it for an experience when I have to take a half hour to 45 minutes filing my flight plan, getting my flight set up, getting the plane ready to go, and then taxiing and getting up there and going. And that's usually, I mean, when I do OnAir, Airline Manager, I have to pick these jobs out way in advance. So I have to accept the job, then I have to look at all the details, I have to validate the fuel and the payload, and then load up the plane and go. It's a lot. So VATSIM's just not good for that. And VATSIM sucks for general aviation anyways. I mean, very rarely. I know they do like the events, but the events, I mean, I tried to do an event a couple weeks ago. It was an event in the Bay Area. I don't remember what it was, but Oakland maybe. And then I found out you had to like sign up for it, and then there was a technical issue with me signing up, so I couldn't sign up. It's just always something. Get what you pay for, I guess. I'm really not a fan of VATSIM at all. So I will, my choice was always, do I go Pilot Edge or Say Intentions, and I think the fact that Say Intentions is cheaper, it gives you full coverage 24/7, 365, and it's gotten a lot better. Like, it's not as buggy. I mean, it's not great in terms of things getting funky, but it's a lot better than it was like a year ago. And I don't know, I think the guys that run Say Intentions are brilliant. Like, I don't know. So I think I'm gonna try just Say Intentions, and if I get bored of it, my Say Intentions membership ends in June, I believe. So I'll have to re-up for another year then if I want to keep doing it. So I'll make a decision by then. I'll see if I can just do Say Intentions for like 4 or 5 months with zero Pilot Edge. And if I can't, I'll dump Say Intentions and then reactivate Pilot Edge in June in the summer, but we'll see. Pilot Edge is the best for general aviation flying, period. And obviously for like learning. Like, you don't learn hardly anything on Say Intentions or on VATSIM. Well, on VATSIM you can, but the controllers aren't as good as the Pilot Edge guys, and especially the other pilots flying on it. In my opinion.
200 grader, heading 120,
Alright, 19 miles to Nashville. kind of getting a little shot of the ground down here. I can see the ground.
United 1855, 18 miles from Grady, cross Grady at 3000, cleared ILS 48 approach, present speed still advised.
Present speed still advised, cross Grady at 3.
I'm going to give it a little right rudder.
United 1855.
Scandinavia 9075 from Dillon, turn left heading 070, maintain 2000, still established localizer, clear at ILS runway 4, right approach.
Setting 070, maintain 2000, also established 04 right, Scandinavia 907.
Scandinavia 907, you're cleared, ILS 4 right approach, maintain 180 knots or greater and still doing.
Head down at 04 right and 180, I'm still doing, Scandinavia 907. Approach Breaker 3401, 95, level 3 with
3401, New York approach below, expect ILS 4 right, Newark altimeter 3024.
3024 was back forward, Breaker 3401.
Air 3636, turn left heading 120, you should maintain 3000.
23,000 for 3636. Approach Grade 670, 6000, turning left 190.
670 near below, you should maintain 5000.
I maintain 5000, 670.
1855, there's plenty of room in front to go as fast as you want. Maintain 180 knots or greater is still doing. Contact tower 118.3. Have a nice day.
For all the help, 180 or greater is still doing, and over to the tower, 55 feet.
Yes, Breakout 3636, maintain 200 knots, turn left heading 090.
090 for 200, 3636.
Air 3401, turn right direct Grady, you should maintain 5000.
Right direct Grady, descend down to 5000, like that 3401. Scandinavia 907, established your 4 right, no change, tower 83.
You missed 18.3 for tower, Scandi 907.
Approach number 4435, check in, still moving,
4435, you're below, expect ILS 4 right, or
Okay, we got 14 miles to Nashville.
044 right.
3636 is 4 from grid east for left heading 070, maintain 3 till established, clear at island 4, right approach.
073 till established, turn on 4 right, regard the east region.
At 670, turn left heading 150.
Left heading 150 to 670.
Air 3636, maintain 180 knots until due and contact tower 183. Have a nice day.
183, 180 doing.
New York Sikorsky 76010, level 2000, heading 240. Sikorsky 76010, New York below, New York altimeter 3024, is it 240 heading on course?
12 miles to Nashville.
Actually, it's a 245. Contact McGuire approach 126.47, VFR traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles opposite direction, altitude indicates 1,800. Looking for the traffic and switching to 2647 for McGuire.
A lot. A lot, Dave. Okay, so should be right over the city of Nashville right about now. Near Music City Executive Airport here, Gallatin. Alright, so we hit BNA, and then we're going to make a right turn onto a 314 heading for 46 nautical miles to Clarksville on 110.6. Oh, there's Nashville. See it out the left window here. Got a little break in the clouds. We're right over, not the city, but we're over, it's like a little industrial part of town. Okay. Under 10 miles.
Top Aviation 485, turn left heading 240.
240, up Aviation 485.
Alright, 2113 heading 310,
I gotta take a piss. Be right back.
310 and maintain 8,000 United at 2113. Same 500, climb maintain 10,000, catch departure 120.85.
2085, climb into 10,000, the same 500. Alaska 281, 1600, climb to 3.
Alaska 281, there's departure under contact.
The 8841, climb maintain 8000.
I maintain 8,000 down to 8841.
Departure low, Brickyard 3447, 1,400. Brickyard 3447, departure under contact.
And departure United 2206, again frequency.
Yep, 12085 for frequency and 10,000. See you later.
Good day, thank you.
United 2113, climb maintain 1010,000.
Okay.
I'm 1010,000, United 2113.
6 miles to Nashville.
Brickyard 3431, kind departure 120.85. 2085, good one, Brickyard 3431. 2. Alaska 281, turn left heading 290, climb maintain 8,000.
290, 8000, Alaska 281.
Okay, 5 miles to Nashville.
The 8841, climb to 10,000 and contact departure 120.85.
Alright, 1010,000, 128.45, Delta 8841.
120.85.
12085, 8841.
Brickyard 3447, climb maintain 5,000, turn left heading 280. Up to 5,000 left, turn 280, Brickyard 3447.
What that means. Still on with Nashville departure.
Departure Brickyard 3492, 1100.
Clearing through the clouds there a little bit right
Brickyard
here.
3492,
Man,
departure to contact.
a little hole I could see. Was it the river? Yeah.
United 2113, turn right heading 340 and contact departure 11817, 1817.
Alright, 340 and 1817, United 2113.
Okay, 3 miles. We're gonna make a right turn. So we're gonna be leaving Nashville on the 314. radial.
Departure 665, Tango.
Straight to Clarksville.
Pass 1.5 to 2000, 040. Number 665, Tango departure.
Make that turn here in about, yeah, it's going to be about 3 minutes. We're making horrible time. Horrible time. So I should get a wind report for Nashville. Let's see what they're at. So Nashville is BNA. I'm going to listen to their ATIS. Nashville International. Yeah, they got horrible weather.
3492, flighting 310. Heading 310, Richard 3492.
Pippin Airport. Weather. 200 at 8 knots. So we're flying right into an 8 knot headwind. Overcast 1100. 29er, 79er.
Good afternoon, United 2660, 1400, Newark 5.
2616 Air departure radar contact.
Okay. Well, we're making really horrible time, but I got to go easy on the fuel because I'm paying for it. So I could definitely go a lot higher on my RPMs here and lean it out a little more, maybe. Try that. Nope. Just killed the engine doing that. Yeah, that's the best I can do right there. Got to keep that under. Keep that around 7 gallons an hour.
Number 40, Brickyard 3447, turning 360, fly maintain 10,000.
All right.
Right turn 360 up to 10,000, Brickyard 3447.
So that's at 314. So when this needle swings in, we're going to break a right turn onto the 314 radial.
Exit at 781, flighting 310, climb to 6,000.
Inbound. Clarksville.
Number 4467, climb to 10,000 and contact departure 120.85. Good day.
10,000 and 12085, number 4467.
Okay. Over Nashville. So this is going to swing to and from. As soon as it does, the left needle will come in. Once we see that needle start to move, we got to start a right turn.
Maintain 8,000. 8,000 now, 65 Tango.
Caution.
Disengaging my autopilot, which I shouldn't be using anyways. Oh no, what's going on with our frame rate here?
Breakdown 3492, flighting 340, climb maintain 5,000.
Alright, 314.
5,000, Breakdown 3492.
It's too busy looking at the... I'm having a texture resolution problem right now. Something's getting plugged. CPU time.
2660, climb maintain 8,000.
Okay, we overshot our radial by quite a bit there. Use my rudder to coordinate this turn. There we go. Alright, we gotta get back onto the 314 radial, so I'm gonna take this on about a 20-degree angle. Now the wind is gonna be pushing us left to right. So now this needle will come back. Eventually. There it comes. Turn left onto the 314 needle, as close to it as we can get, maybe overshoot it a little bit because of the wind. And boom, we're right on it.
3557 and 1500.
It's moving left fast. Now we're going to just play the game and stay on the needle.
8,000 for Jared 3492.
So, all right, on to Clarksville, 46 nautical miles on this radial.
Out of 1500, climbing via the Newark Pass.
2322 near departure, your radar contact.
1608, climb maintain 5000, turn left 270. 5000, left turn 270 there.
Alright, 2.6 from Nashville to the northwest. You gotta get back onto that radial.
Parkyard 3492, turn left heading 290, climb maintain 10, 10,000. Left 290, 10,000, Parkyard 3492.
You can turn left to 270, climb maintain 8,000.
Left 270 and climb maintain 7,000, Delta 2322.
Climb maintain 8,000.
8,000, Delta 23.
Okay, how's the FPS? Better. Still off the radial by a good amount here, so again, have to account for the wind. I'm flying a heading of 300 right now. Should be on the 314 radial, but I did drift a little bit to the northeast of it, a little to the east. So I'm trying to get back to the left. However, the wind is pushing me pretty hard to the left. In my face, we're coming from like the 10 o'clock position, so it's pushing me pretty good to the right. So I think I have to compensate a little more and give it another 5-degree increment to the left. There we go. I should get us back on. I should start swinging. I want to be right on that. Yeah, here we go. It's coming back slow. Excuse the coughing. I still can't believe I can't get on VATSIM. Try one more time. What the hell? I've never had this issue with it. Look at that. Come on. So what is it? Why isn't it connecting to the...
1608, climb maintain 10,000, contact departure 120.85. 10,000 and 2085 and 1608.
Radio check. Radio check. Radio check. Radio check. Hello, radio check. Radio check. Radio check. Radio check. Radio check. That's it right there.
Heading 310, climb 8,000, Parkyard 3557.
Radio check. Radio check.
Roger, Kipling 73 is with you, 1,000, start 5 at 3,000, north 5.
Blue 1573 near departure radar contact.
Over 65, Tango, climb maintain 10,000, contact departure 120.85. Hey, 20.85 at the 1.
It's not the antivirus.
See you later.
No, it's not that. It's not that. This pilot isn't slow.
3492, contact departure on 12085. Have a good day.
Good it, man.
2085, good day, we're here at 3492.
Nashville departure 11935, 20 Juliet, see it? Nashville departure Cherokee 4320 Juliet with you at 4,000.
Cherokee 4320 Juliet, Nashville departure, good morning, Nashville altimeter 2984.
2984 4320 Juliet. 2984.
Flexion 587, kind departure 120.8. 20.8, Flexion 587.
Man, it's gonna be a long flight. That was just the first leg. I got 2, 3, 4 legs. It's the first of 4 legs.
Good afternoon, 07.
All about 60 to 70 mile range. But at this airspeed, it's just taking a long time. Definitely not fuel efficient. So I'm going to make very little money on this trip for the amount of time that I'm flying this. But it's about the experience. I can level up soon and get a medical license with a little more experience and get some better options for higher paying jobs.
So 02 Lima Mike there, contact, climb maintain 6000, heading 320.
We climb altitude 6000, heading 320, that's 02 Lima Mike.
So I could probably pull up Clarksville right now, so that's on 110.6. What that needle does. Yeah, so I'm definitely a little off course. Back left.
Contact approach 132.8, that's good. 32.8 over it as well, not a motion.
Departure 1780 with the cut. 100.
At 1780 near departure at our contact, climb maintain 5000.
Climb maintain 5000, 1780.
Pull up my airport right now. Airports.
Colonel 181, 1200 for 2000, Teterboro 4. Colonel 181, departure, contact, turn left 330, climb maintain 6000.
So now I want to get airport information.
6000,
and I don't have any.
Approach 9767 Foxtrot with you 6500.
9767 Foxtrot, approach, more, correction, Newark altitude 2994.
2994, 67 Foxtrot.
MAW, not MAV. Alright, so Malden Regional, MAW, 295 elevation, so traffic pattern altitude is probably going to be 1,300 feet. Open to the public. There is no tower on with Memphis Center.
200 or greater. 200 or greater, jet 67.
It'll be attended. It's lighted. It's good. Beacon is white to green. Operates sunrise to sunset. Well, sunset to sunrise, sorry. Fuel, jet fuel, avgas. Prices aren't available here. Where are the prices?
Turn left heading 070. Descend maintain 2000. Still established. Both lines are cleared. Island 4, right approach. Left 070 down to 2000.
Alright, ooh, right pattern on 18. Left pattern on 36. Same thing. Right 14, left 32. So if you're going for if you're flying north or to the northwest, you're going to be doing a left pattern. And coming the other way, it's going to be right pattern. We're going to get a weather report. So there are right and left patterns. Let me see if I can get It's IFR.
United 65.
Scattered clouds at 3,000 feet.
65 Heavy, New York, welcome, D7.
Alright, so this will be a fun landing too if it stays IFR, which it should, because I'm flying active sky. Make for a very challenging landing because what do we got here for approaches? RNAV approaches only. Uh-oh. See, so what do? I don't have RNAV capabilities. Oh, God, I'll have to go to my alternate airport.
670, maintain 180 knots or greater and still doing. Contact tower 118.3. Have a nice day.
UCY is my alternate. Everett Stewart Regional. I don't have ILS. Oh shit. I think I would have researched this before I departed, but I was too busy worrying about my mic not working because of Windows update.
For 4435, you should have maintained 3,000.
So what I'm gonna have to do, well, you know what? I can get a visual approach because it's overcast at 3,000. Airport elevations, that's 1,500 feet over the traffic pattern altitude, so they should be able to vector me in visually. I'll be alright. I don't need to fly an RNAV approach. It'd be different if the overcast was like 500 feet AGL, but I think at 2,500 AGL I can
maintain 180 knots
get
or
down
greater
there
and
and
still
sit.
doing. Contact tower 18.3.
With
Have a great
vectors.
day. And you're good still doing. Contact tower 18.3. Bring up the report.
But here's an area where say intentions doesn't bode well in my opinion. You're going to see on this approach, and I'm going to tell you why right now. They don't go off script very well. So they're going to vector me in for an RNAV, but I have no GPS capabilities. I do not have an ILS. Oh no, correction, I do have an ILS. I do. But it's analog ILS. So technically I could fly down an ILS, but I do not have RNAV capability. So RNAV navigation is GPS waypoints. And they give you waypoints and altitude assignments to fly the approach down. But you can't do that in this aircraft without the GPS. I could do that in my Cessna with if I were running the 650 here. And it would be extra easy because I'd be running off the digital G5s. Get wind information. It's just way more. It's way safer.
65 Heavy, turn left heading 150. Turn 150, United 65 Heavy.
Okay. So 25 miles to Clarksville. I'm still off course by maybe about a half a mile.
Approach, good afternoon, -03 Heavy, maintaining 6,000. Canadian 903 Heavy, New York, good afternoon. You should have maintained 5,000. Still maintain 5,000, Canadian 903 Heavy. United 65 Heavy, you should have maintained 3,000. Send 3,000, United 65 Heavy.
So if you are, I see that there are some people on here, but I haven't heard much from anybody lately. If you're like me, you're probably falling asleep to this.
That's what happened to me. Maintain 180 knots.
Home Sim Pilot.
Contact tower 18.3.
Came across one of his videos, and then I ended up watching his pilotage ratings, and I fell asleep during, I think, all of them. It's like, maybe I should just call this Nate's ASMR Flight Simulator. ASMR Flight Sim.
United 65 heavy traffic, 11 o'clock and 2 miles, altitude unknown, westbound.
65 heavy, looking for traffic.
Oh, final break here,
22 and a half miles from Clarksville. Alright, so Clarksville, there's also an ADF beacon there. Looks like 2 of them. No, 1. But I don't have an ADF switch mapped in here when I run this setup without the GPS. I only have an ADF thing active in my Cessna. Although I do have the gauge here.
65 heavy, turn left heading 120.
110.6. So after Clarksville, 72 miles to Cunningham, Paducah on 113.1.
Heavy traffic, no factor, maintain 210 knots or greater.
10 or better, United 65 heavy.
This is actually really kind of crazy, like doing these longer flights. It's amazing what older pilots did. Man, like those World War II bombers that flew, I mean, how long were those missions? My dad flew some crazy long missions, told me he got out of the plane, he literally couldn't walk. It's just crazy how, and the cockpits are a lot smaller than my sim rig setup here. I've made this intentionally bigger. So the panel width here is accurate. This is the right size of the interior of a Cherokee or a Skyhawk 172. And, so technically, this would be door right here, and you'd be really crammed in. If you've ever sat in one of these planes, you know it's not spacious, and I'm not small, so it looks like I fit in here really well. I shouldn't fit this well, but I had to make it a little comfortable because what's the point of suffering? But I gotta get a new seat. This seat's just not doing it for me. I want to get like a dual set, like a, I don't know where I would find that, but then I'd have to build a base for it. But if I could find like 2 like old discarded Cessna seats or something like that and build it, put up on a box or something, that would be awesome. If I could just do like bench seats, so you actually sit on them side by side, get that feeling of claustrophobia. How tight it really is.
144, head 140. Heading 140, JetBlue 144.
Let's see what this looks like.
At 574, just under 5, trail the heavy 76, 180 miles from Malden, tower on 18th Street, good day. At 574, 18th Street, yes. At 1533, turn right 140. 40, United 1533.
So I want to actually pull this up on the tablet for a second and see what I want to see what it looks like on different devices.
070 and clear 3000 click ILS 48 push up.
That's pretty good. Alright, 16 miles past Nashville, Clarksville, or correction, 16 miles to Clarksville. Should be 35 past Nashville. Hey, Robbie, what's going on, man?
Approach, course 7 pitches to left is the leveling off at 2.5.
Thanks for checking in, dude. Where are you flying tonight before you go? I'll try to check you out a little later.
At 1533, speed 180, then maintain 3000.
81st and 3000, United 1533.
Check him out. See what Cardboard's doing. That's Robbie, Cardboard Sim. Love his setup.
Breaker 3400, speed 180, then maintain 3000.
180 on the speed, then 3000, prepare 3400.
Limburg 4046, when you're at 8, slow to 210, then maintain 6000.
At 8, slow to 210, then maintain 6000. Limburg 44.
I don't see Cardboard Sim streaming. I wonder if he's gonna. Nope. Not yet. I'll be looking out for him. Yeah, check out Cardboard Sim though. Dude, Robbie's got an awesome flight simulator. Way cooler than mine. Model his after a Bonanza. He's way more of a DIY guy. He knows much more what he's doing on the tech side.
Back on that chart right, 140.
It's a 140, United 1030.
Okay. So, 13 miles to Clarksville. And I gotta brake left a little bit for Cunningham.
So final breaker 62, 60 to 76,000,
Campbell approach on 118.1. Campbell approach, Cherokee 4320 Juliet with you at 4,000. Niner 79 or 4320 Juliet, thanks. Oh, no stream tonight? Just a recording? Okay, man. Have fun, dude. Have fun. And if you are watching, you would, and you're actually care enough to watch my video, you would definitely like Cardboard Sim, so check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff on there. If you are still watching, dude, I don't know, but, dude, you had, software updates. Dude, I had so many issues today, man. I was losing my mind. Losing it. Like, with my microphone, my headset, like, everything reset, like, on every piece, like, OBS, Say Intentions, Pilot Edge, VATSIM is still all messed up from it. And then all my, everything just got tweaked. I don't know what happened. But, dude, it's such a headache sometimes. I'm not a tech guy either, man. Like, I don't know. You're way better with this stuff than I am. So it's just, it's frustrating, dude. I get it, though.
Air Canada 585, next departure.
The Windows update. It always is, dude. And I can't, like, you can, like, snooze those updates or disable them, but no matter what, dude, they get you. I don't know how. But you can I can never seem to just not ever partake in a Windows update. They always find their way in somehow. ugh. And then XPLANE just came out with a new beta that totally screwed up Air Manager. I had to get a beta plug-in. Actually, you know, it was another flight simmer who posted it on the XPLANE org store. What was his name? 7033 Fox or something like that. Foxtrot. I forgot. I forgot the name of his channel. I've watched a few of his videos. And I subscribed to him. He posted the new Air Manager plugin, and thankfully that fixed me this evening, so I can actually get my all my knobs working here. Foxtree, yeah, that's the guy, man. You have a cheat sheet? Can you send me a copy of that cheat sheet on Discord, even though it's MSFS? And we use totally different equipment. Oh wait, I gotta watch my, hold on. 8.8 miles, I gotta make my turn at Clarksville. Sorry, I'm just flying IFR here, analog, so I'm trying to
1780 heading 040.
keep my bearings here.
040,
This wind is screwing me up. 8033 Fox, that's it, 8033. He knows his stuff though. He was actually going to fix a taxiway problem in XPLANE at Santa Barbara, where I fly out of a lot when I do pilot edge, because I noticed that the runways in the sim are incorrect. They're like very old, outdated taxiways. Not runways, taxiways. The taxiways are outdated. And so he said he was going to get into the gateway and fix them on XPLANE. But yeah, Robbie, if you are still watching, dude, your sim looks so good, man. I watched like all those videos you posted recently. So good, man. I'd love to have something with a little more juice in it than a Cherokee or a Skyhawk. The Bonanza looks good.
Correction, Brickyard 3654, climb maintain 10,000. 10,000, Brickyard 3654.
Yeah, no, I think I pretty much, when things go wrong, I can get it fixed in a day now. Like, I know what the problems are. I've dealt with every single component of this simulator in the last, I don't know how long it's been since I started building this thing, a year and a half ago. Every single component has malfunctioned in some way, and 50% of the time I can't even figure out why it happened. I just have to fix it, reset stuff, and changing USB ports, and just reassigning it. It's just join the Bonanza team. Dude, there's no chance I can ever rebuild this. The only other option I could do is I could get another different panel mask for the Baron, and then I could hook up put over like a dual quadrant that I could like clip on to an extension here or something. That I could definitely do. I could do a Baron, because I have the Reality Expansion Pack Baron on XPLANE. It's a really, really good plane. Or Airfoil Labs made a King Air, so I could always go with one of those. I don't know if that's about the same class, I think. Man, this weather is getting horrible, by the way. I'm like totally losing my bearings now, and I'm off course for sure. All right, yeah, I got to be careful here. I'm way off course. Shit, I'm getting my bearings all messed up now. So I'm supposed to be on the 314 radial. In actuality, I'm on the 321.
Breakout 3557, contact departure 11817, 1817, Brickyard 3557.
The 310? What's the 310? It's not the Caravan. The other, oh, you know what I have? I have the real SimGear Diamond DA62. Yeah, buddy. Thanks for checking in, man. It's good talking to you. See you soon, man. Alright, let's see. Shit, I'm so off course right now. Yeah, the Cessna 310, right, yeah. Not the Caravan. The Caravan is what, the 206. That's what yeah, the 310 is like the next level.
1817, good day, Brickyard 3650.
Not the Citation. What is this? No, the Citation is a way bigger number. Alright. So I gotta start this turn towards Cunningham.
1573, climb to 10,000 and contact departure 120.85.
Shit.
Alright, 20.85.
Getting some heavy rain.
10,000.
You know what? I'm not getting any rain sounds right now with XP Realistic. Why not?
There's departure at 1840 through
no
1,000,
way.
climb to 3,000.
At 1840
But this is
departure,
kicking out the
contact.
wrong. There we go. There's the rain. There we go. I knew something was wrong.
507 Charlie Bravo, flighting 330.
Why am I not hearing the
You're on
rain?
traffic right now. If you're 10 o'clock, it's 2 miles westbound, 2,500 feet.
Set to the wrong option. Okay, about a mile from the VOR. Alright, so we have to leave on the 293. So I'm going to push this VOR 1 needle to 293. This will swing down to from once we overfly the VOR, which should be any second now. And then this will trigger. Well, I doubt you can see that. I should program this in so you can pull this up on the screen. But I actually did that, and it wasn't having the pop out of the panel didn't make it that much bigger than it actually was in the sim. It didn't just kind of like got in the way. And then I'm not using the GPS tonight, so I'm not going to pop anything out from there. I did pop out my Air Manager screen in the beginning. Alright, we're in from mode. So when this swings over, oh wait, no, we gotta overshoot it here. So I gotta make a hard left turn here now. Bumpy, my seat is thumping around right now. The butt kicker's really going. They just sent me a new cable. Jacob from Butt Kicker. Jacob Zimmerman is the guy that handles all the customer service. I've dealt with him a lot. He's always hooked me up. But he's sending me a new cable that connects to the transducer in the seat. Because I pretty much threaded that whole positive cable. So he's sending me a new one.
Mervis support, or Mervis to 33 speed 250 greater. Tokyo greater than November 90 Romeo, the traffic still factor, you can descend your depression. Radar service terminate to contact Call Tower 198 Quebec. Today we'll keep the code in that service. Thanks.
Okay, still haven't hit the needle. I'm trying to intercept the 293 needle. 293 needle out of Clarksville for 72 miles. That'll take me to Cunningham. By the way, I have no idea where any of these places are. This is just the job that I was assigned in OnAir. It's the only job offer I had for a cargo run. So I'm taking a transmission basically in the back, transporting in between these two cities. Malden from, correction, not Malden, to Malden from Tompkinsville, Kentucky to Malden, Missouri. Basically overflying all of Kentucky, east to west. IFR, real weather conditions, using active sky on XPLANE. And I can feel, you know what, I'm not hearing the turbulence now. So watch this. I should be hearing this because this turbulence is thumping right now.
509, next departure ready contact.
Do that. There we go. Hear that? Now I can hear the turbulence better.
Export 2138,
So
your left
good.
line
Let me
310,
send it
flight
to
maintain 8000.
310, climb maintain 8000, dashboard 2138.
And the seat is perfectly thumping in coincidence to what I'm hearing in terms of the turbulence effects. Let's see how my FPS is doing. A little low, but I got a lot of programs running right now, and I got a mid-range computer, so.
4,000.
On triple monitors, I'll take what I'm getting. I'm still getting, I'm not getting 30, but so what? Flying a slow general aviation aircraft, I don't need it to be, I don't need 60 FPS. And there's no way in hell I'm spending the kind of money people are spending on for like these 5090s or 4090s and stuff. It's insane. It's insane. Costs more than all the hardware I have on this setup, probably. For what? For better, more buildings? I don't know, it's fine. I've got everything on like medium settings, plus I'm running XPLANE Map Enhancer, which is a really cool auto, or an ortho streamer. So it streams the ortho tiles, just like Microsoft Flight Simulator does. And then SimHeaven's objects placement uses much better building variety and placement for accurate real-world layout. It's very good, so I'm happy with it, man. Everything's running the way I want it to. It's a hell of a project. Started what I thought was going to be small. I started off with just a monitor, a yoke, throttle, and the rudder pedals, all the Logitech gear. Got this really cheap, like, package deal, you know, like, oh, it's that Logitech stuff. You don't know. I didn't know. I just, oh man, look at this. And I was just in it and like, thinking it would be like a fun little hobby. And it turned into more than a little hobby. It was a major investment of time and resources. My wife and kids were very awesome about it. It gave me the time. My wife was supportive. I originally built this upstairs in what is our dining room. It's because we had a separate room that we used for a dining room by our fireplace, but we just turned that into a family room. Got some furniture and changed the setup of our house a little bit upstairs. So I moved this downstairs, and then after I moved it down, I totally rebuilt it. Cleaned it up. I posted a video about that. And it was the best thing I did with it because it was such a mess upstairs. It took up a quarter of the room, literally. This thing is big. These are 358-inch monitors. And you're not seeing the whole thing, the exterior of the deck, the roof. It's a big thing to have in the middle of your dining room. Because originally I just had like a little desk. And so I had I don't even remember what I was running. I don't think... No, yeah, the first program I had was Air Manager. I've been running Air Manager on this thing since my very first package when I had the three Logitech pieces of hardware and a single screen. And man, this hobby just took off. I started researching a little bit and figured out I couldn't stop just adding to it, and I wanted it to be realistic and as real as I could get it. I have two fully perfectly mapped planes that I can use, the Cherokee or the Cessna 172 Skyhawk. With Cherokee, I use this analog, or correction, this analog panel, and I can pull this off and swap it with the Cessna Dual G5 layout panel, and it gives me two totally different feels. I mean, I use the Airfoil Labs Cessna. I would say that's still my primary instrument. This thing is a Cessna. I mean, the controls aren't Cherokee, right? It doesn't have that, and the fuel selector's in the wrong place. You know, it's all set up to a Cessna, but I can definitely use it for the Cherokee's sake now, which gives it some variety, which is hard to get in a fully mapped cockpit. You know, but I don't have to use mouse and keyboard for anything. Once I load this thing up and I'm ready to go, and I sit down and I start tracking the flight for OnAir, say intentions is working or pilot edge is working, and I go. What's up, Mystery 909 9er09er? Thanks for saying hello. I'm just having a low-key, long-haul IFR cargo flight on OnAir Airline Manager for like $900 for a 3-hour flight, spanning about 280 nautical miles total into a 20-knot headwind. I got tricks for making the time pass though.
Number 4176, climb maintain 6000, kind departure 124.75.
Where are you watching from? I know where everybody else that said hello is from. But yeah, putting this thing back, like the basement is such a good place for it, because I got a nicely finished basement over here on the right that you can't see on the video. Excuse me, but we got like, you know, arcade, like old school Pac-Man arcade game over there, and all these mattresses thrown out where it's like this big like jungle gym area. I got 2 young kids at home. But it's like a big game room. We got a Wii down here, an old school Nintendo Wii that I bought refurbished. It's like a little TV area. And so I put this down here, it just turned into a big Southern California. My wife is from Southern California. We got married in Southern California. When we met, she was living in Southern California, in Santa Barbara. We got married in Santa Barbara. 805. But I'm up in New York. She moved here. We actually met at a football game, at a Buffalo Bills game. We had mutual friends. She was in town, like visiting New York City, and they ended up going to a Bills game. And I went to the same game, and we had mutual friends that we were all tailgating with, and I met my wife, and she moved here within a year later. Started hanging out, meeting up with each other. I spent a lot of time in Southern California, in Santa Barbara in particular, which is probably my favorite city on the West Coast.
Sorry, United 509, turn left direct to Elevate, contact departure 124.75, have a good day. Right, left turn direct to Elevate on 2475, yeah,
Finish my coffee. I did finish my coffee.
42138, climb to 10,000 and contact
Alright, we are right on the outbound radio. So what I'm going to do now is flip over to 113.1. This is Cunningham. So this distance will, I'm going to guess, will be about 58, 59.
Over 8 Romeo Papa,
58.9. Right on. So, we'll hit that. Our airspeed, our true ground speed right now is about 76, 77 knots. So mathematically, yeah, I don't know, 50 minutes or so. But I am off the 293 radial, so I got to get over. Wind is really pushing.
163 Juliet, turn left direct to Elevate.
Caution.
Wait, 63 Juliet.
Alright, manifold pressure is good. Fuel flow is fine. Probably lean that out a little more. Man, oh, I gotta swap fuel tanks. What am I doing? Shit. That's the other thing in the Cherokee. You gotta keep swapping the tanks.
2138, you're still with me. 1817.
You're on transport.
So sorry about the coughing into the mic. Let's get this thing back. Come on. That wind is pushing. It's pushing me to the right. Alright, I'm at 4,100. I'm still off the 293 radial. But I got 57 miles to go to get back on it, so I'm heading in the right direction. But being that I am under IFR rules, I should be closer to that radial and get back on course. So I'm going to get left, try to re-intercept it at a 45 degree. This wind is really makes it hard. Flying this way, this kind of navigation, this old analog navigation, is very difficult with wind.
2612, fly maintain
You
8000.
really have to account for it, and it throws you off course. So you could plot your course, but I don't even know what the wind is right here. But I am under flight following. I'm going to ask for a weather report. Center, Cherokee 4320 Juliet. Can I get a weather reading? I don't even know where I am. I couldn't even report, but they're following me. So.
Flexjet 458, 1,500, climbing 2,000. Flexjet 458, there's departure ready.
24016. Thank you.
Flexjet 458.
24016. So yeah, I'm getting a 16 knot headwind that's pushing me on a 45 degree angle to the right. But I am above that cloud layer, which is nice. It's easier to fly now. Less disorientating.
November 163 Juliet, contact departure 124.75 today. 6475, 63 Juliet. You have a good one.
It's outside air temperature. It's still 49, 48 degrees. Just gonna stay above freezing. That goes below freezing, we are in trouble because we're going to be flying through clouds and that is going to ice you up real fast. Do not want that. Still under IFR flight, or under IFR following, not flight following. Gotta watch my altitude and get a little high. Trim it down a little bit. Throttle back.
November 8, Romeo Papa, climb maintain 10, 10,000, contact departure 12085, see you later. Alright, 10, 10,000 and 2085, anybody? North departure 91357, Avery, climbing to 500 for 3,000. And 91357, having your departure ready, contact.
Such a better feeling, hand flying too. So much more rewarding. Again, I think about those World War II bombers. Not only are they flying for, how long? 10 hours? This kind of navigation, but they're getting shot at with flak and attacked by enemy fighters. It's crazy. I can't imagine. So my dad was a pilot, an aviator in the Marine Corps. He was a captain, and he flew for a full year in Vietnam. He was based out of Da Nang. But he flew. He flew a little bit of the F4 too. He was rated on the F4, but he was mainly an A6 intruder pilot, and he did recon. So he would scout out SAM sites, basically, which were surface-to-air missile sites, and basically label them, and take photographs. I think he had aerial photography capabilities. He told me that he'd be flying for so long that when he got back, I lost my altitude. Start talking and then stop paying attention. But when he got back, he wouldn't even be able to walk. They'd have to help him out, and so basically he'd be getting pulled out on somebody's neck. His that shoulder would be around somebody's neck, and he'd be getting walked down off the plane. Literally couldn't walk. couldn't imagine. I forgot what he said his longest flight was, but he would do aerial refueling, he told me. And he actually did carrier landings too at night. He said that was by far the most terrifying thing he's ever done. Aside from the fact, no, he said the most terrifying moment he ever had was the first time he went up. Because, you know, in theory you can read up and learn and process information, but he said when he actually went and he felt that engine and he started to take off, he said he was so amped up and like a mixture of scared and excited and adrenaline. He said it was so crazy because he was young. I mean, he was 20, what was he, 23, 24 years old when he was in flight school? I think he was 20. I honestly think he was 23. So he went in as an enlisted man, but he got recommended for OCS, Officer Candidate School. Got accepted, got through. Immediately went into, I forget what the rank was, but a lieutenant. I forgot what the first most basic lieutenant is. Shot his way up to captain, but went through flight school. Did some other stuff too. But he had crazy stories. He had a crazy story about sea survival. So he had to survive on a raft once. And they actually had shark repellent. And he had to use it. Because he got circled one day by a shark. He said that was terrifying. And then he had to do jungle survival. And he said that he had taped some beef jerky to his leg under his uniform. Because they literally drop you in the jungle and you have to survive overnight, and I mean, you gotta fend for yourself. It's crazy, man. My dad, brilliant dude, came from absolutely nothing. Born to a coal miner dad who, I mean, he never spent any time with him. The guy worked. It was a different generation. It was that World War II generation. All they did was work. They had to. They worked just to make ends meet and to buy these little 800 square foot houses that my dad lived in with, how many siblings did he have? Susan, him, John, Tom, Albert, Joe. He had 5 siblings, so they had 6 kids that were living in a 2-bedroom house. Basically, I think his parents slept in one room with his sister, and then all the others were brothers that slept in the other room. But just crazy, different kind of guy, man. Grew up like that.
Kronos 114, there's departure, identify, maintain 4,000.
He achieved a lot. What a dude. Alright, I'm gonna go shoot due west here to get on course. Because I'm getting off course again. 48 miles to Cunningham. So once I do hit the Cunningham VOR, I'll actually be on my last leg. And I will, I'll make a, there's no, yeah, Cunningham's my last VOR, so I'll have to be vigilant about staying on the 249 radial out of there for exactly 61 miles. There is that a Vortac or is that a VOR station? Oh, TACN. I'm not going to get distance on that. That's military. Right next to it. So I won't be able to tune into that. So basically, and then on standby, the Farmingham VOR, I can use that as a secondary reference. But I have to basically just stay on that. I should be able to get the signal 60 miles out. So I'll be able to get a visual approach down. Hopefully the clouds are staying high, over 3,000 feet. Find out when we get there, because I have no RNAV capabilities, and my only other option would be my alternate airport flying their ILS, because I do have ILS capabilities in this. And that is why I'm IFR rated in this. Oh. Again, I can't imagine doing these flights for as long as my dad did, or those World War II pilots, the bombers, and those long-haul pilots. 12-hour flights like this, 10 to 12 hours. Oh. My setup's way more comfortable than those planes. I personally wouldn't even fit in a fighter plane. I'm 6'7". That's over 200 centimeters. So I had to expand this a little bit because it's not this comfortable in a real Cherokee or Skyhawk for me. And the Intruder and the Phantom are way less comfortable than real-world Cessnas or Cherokees. So props to my dad. He's not as big as me though. He's only like 6'2". Not small, but he was solid.
Departing IFR 1.4, and we're climbing a bit.
Still going strong, 79 years young.
46, there's departure ready contact.
Oh man. Doesn't help that I just had a slip disc a few months ago. It's made it hard to just sit here for a while. I found ways to improve my posture when I'm flying though to help strengthen my lumbar. So I take this foam roller and just drop it back there, kick my seat back a little bit, and lean into that. It just keeps my back nice and taut. I don't have to, I don't slump back into my seat over time. Just holds me up, basically. Alright, the needle's swinging back to center. I have to stay on the 293 radial though, that's the thing. I don't want to get off course. So I'm coming back hard. Flying due west. So local time right now, again, I'm not flying real world time. I'm flying active sky. So real world weather, but I'm flying 9:36 a.m. right now. I think I departed at 8 o'clock, so I'm about an hour and a half in. I think the wind wasn't as bad as I was thinking it would be. So it might be a little quicker. But all this for, I think I'm making, I want to say I'm only making like $600 on this flight. It's not that much. Again, if I flew every day, which I physically cannot do, like I have a family, you know, this takes a lot of time to actually do this from a real world standpoint, which I insist is the only way I do it.
6,000 on the altitude. 6,000 United 1340.
Thank you.
Okay. 42 miles to my next
Delta 2171, 1.7, climbing 3, Stewart 5.
Delta 2171, there's departure at a contact.
Man, I am getting killed right now by this wind, but I can't go full power. I've got to conserve this gas. I'm going to pull up the OnAir screen really quick.
Kronos 114, climb 8210, 10,000.
510, 10,000, Kronos.
Check this out. So I should be able to see that on the screen. So here's the flight tracking. Started here, over here, over here. Now I'm here. This is my alternate airport down here, Everett Stewart, but I'm going here to Malden. 294, size 2 airport, so non-towered for sure. This size 3, I believe, is towered. Well, yeah, it is. You notice that's my alternate, and I filed my alternate based on the fact that I had a tower. Alright, kill that. Whatever. But OnAir still working, still tracking. But I don't think it's showing. I just realized that I think I was talking and the screen didn't actually pull up. So let me pull that up again and fix that problem. My hotkey got reset. So here we go.
Cal 960, climb maintain 17,000.
For a second.
17,000, Cal 960.
Okay. Now you should see that. So this is the flight. Yeah, there we go. That's how it's working. So I started here, Tompkinsville, came down here to Nashville, and then just flying the VORs that I can find over to here. This is my destination airport right here, Malden, and then my alternate, which is towered, which if I had to fly an ILS approach, I could. Analog style hand flying wouldn't be easy, especially in the Cherokee, which I'm not as good as flying the Skyhawk. But yeah, this is OnAir. I can't really, you see they track all this stuff. The airport preparation, I got a 0 out of 3 because I forgot to hit start tracking until I was already taxiing and I didn't want to restart. It's no big deal. I'm not going to lose any reputation points or anything. It's just they can't account for it for my final score. But your score affects like your reputation, and your reputation, as that increases, you get more job offers, more options. Like right now I have no options. I basically had this one job to pick from, and for very little money. But until I get my reputation boosted and more experience, it's what you have to do. So I'm going to kill that.
There 4085, you fuck right out, contact my maintain
Back here. Alright, we're right on the radial. There we go. So bring it right now. Stay there for another 38 miles, and then we'll be at our last waypoint before our final destination. This is definitely fun though. Having a good time tonight doing this. I think after this flight I'm going to hook the G5s back up though and do the Cessna. Do a couple flights on the Cessna and get a good profit boost. That's what I need to do for this company, because I can boost that up with the Skyhawk just doing freelance flights, and it's kind of cheating, but it's not really cheating because I can't fly every day, and so it doesn't take into the account that I am not actually doing this for a living. It's just for fun, like it's a game that I can't invest 3 hours a day into, which is what it takes to do one of these flights. Like, look at this. This is going to take me over 3 hours to do this flight for like $600, $620, and that's before fuel costs, landing fees, parking fees, maintenance, etc., etc., etc. come out, overhead, wear and tear, you know. So just have to cheat a little bit, and so I think what I'll do is try to do maybe like a VAT sim event, because I have to do live ATC. Gonna miss Pilot Edge. But like I said, I'll give Say Intentions till the summer and see how I feel about just doing Say Intentions. If I feel like they can fix a lot of the off the script stuff in regards to the AI ATC communications, then I'll probably stick with it because it is a great product and it's cheaper than Pilot Edge. But Pilot Edge is so good. It's just I just can't fly West Coast, especially. I don't know. It's just the altitudes are high, the weather's unpredictable unless you're flying on the coast or in the desert. What's going on here with my FPS? Loading up some new ortho tiles and getting some stutters.
Expect radar vectors, enable flatting 120 vector spawn. 120, 120. Departure United 215, 6,700, climbing via the yoke 5.
What is that 215 departure, radar contact, climb and maintain, level 230.
230, United.
33.8 miles to go to our last waypoint. 79 ground speed right now. That's pretty good time.
62, Cadillac Center 128.3.
Could have been a lot worse. I was expecting the wind to slow us down a lot more. If I would have gone with this morning's time, I think the wind differential was like minus 25 knots for the whole flight. It would have killed this flight. Been like a 4-hour flight. No chance. No, but this is my only option. That's the thing with OnAir. When you're doing it the hard way, and the real way, leasing the actual aircraft, not using freelance, not getting free anything, like, makes it way more challenging.
That's the 432. Expect to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I should do for my next flight. I kind of want to do like West Palm Beach to the Bahamas or West Palm Beach to Key West or something like that. Memphis departure 13365 4320 Juliet. See ya. Memphis departure Cherokee 4320 Juliet with you at 4,000 feet. Niner 8020 Juliet. Just my altimeter 2980. Yeah, we're right at 4,000. Getting a little VFR flying conditions now. You can see the ground. There we go. Not a beautiful day, but what do you want for February? So total time trip here of the trip here, we have 31 miles to our waypoint, and they're 61. So 96 miles at 78 knots right now. Still ways to go, hour and a half probably. Long flight. Be up past midnight. All for $600 before the overhead. I hope fuel's cheap at this airport. That's the thing too. Like you have to plan accordingly for fuel stops because there's such a variation in fuel costs. And if you have to put 20 gallons in, and there's a $3 difference per gallon, which there definitely could be, and you need every dollar to make a profit. You have to take advantage of it. So I don't need to do a fuel restop, and I definitely don't want to on such a long flight, especially with these weather conditions. I just want to get to my planned airport and hopefully get talked down to a visual approach, assuming the cloud layer is above what it was when I last listened to, which was 3,000 feet.
I'm heading 260, don't 574.
Let's see. It looks like we're going to hit another nasty cloud layer here. It looks pretty thick.
Scandinavia 901 cross Hannah, head of maintain, flight level 240. Head of maintain, flight level 240 by Hannah, Scandinavia 901.
Anybody watching, would you prefer that I put music on, like background music? Or do you like it just like this? Music, yes or no?
300 knots or greater. 300 greater, Southwest 83.
I'm thinking yes. Let's put some music on. I'm going to put on a little stream here. I don't want it to be too loud.
Center hello, Triple 1885, level 2.
That's pretty good.
Triple 1885, measure.
Marcel 19
9 Mike traffic.
Long flight, I need some music.
10 miles opposite direction, heavy Boeing 777, level 350. Mo shuttle launch at Mike, over.
The X-Plane clouds look so good. The weather in X-Plane is fantastic, especially when you couple it with the passive mode in active sky like this. You get all the weather effects. I feel everything in my seat. You just get these random pockets of turbulence or like a microburst out of nowhere. And when you hit the turbulence, you feel it, you notice it. The wind is unpredictable. Fantastic simulator, X-Plane.
Southwest 1709, contact center 123.75. 2375.
26 miles. Still not on the radio. I'm still a little to the north.
Oh, 2488, or when you checked in with me, it had 300 less. It's maintained 30 knots, 300 knots.
This is crazy because I'm using real weather, active sky, and there's been very few moments on this flight so far where I've seen the Earth. I'm right in between those two layers right now. Should check the weather at arrival. Malden. Oh, it says it's VFR there right now. 29 or 69. The pressure's dropping. Humidity's 100%. Wind 170. So I'm going to be landing at probably runway 18, which will be a right entry, right pattern. So if I can, if it is VFR and these clouds do break, I'll cancel IFR and get in there manually. Make my radio calls on CTAF. Join the pattern and right downwind. At 1,300 feet, that's the traffic pattern now. So that's still have a ways to go before I get there though.
1,500 foot or better down through flight level 200.
I'm looking at least another hour.
That's negative 5.
Let's get outside here.
I just need you to make
I can kill though.
better through 200. Thank you.
I wonder what this cloud layer is topped out at. It looks low. It's gotta be a thin layer. Still not on the 293 radio. I've come this whole way and I haven't been on this radio. The wind is pushing me, I'm telling you. The wind's coming from, well, it said 170, but yeah, so it's pushing me straight to the right then.
Delta 574, direct Rancho. Direct Rancho, Delta 574.
I like my little instrumental playlist. Copyrighted. It's the right kind of vibe to keep me energized, but to enjoy the views. Enjoy the flow.
Three,
21 miles, still not on the radio. Unbelievable. Friggin' wind. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see because up ahead it looks soupy. But I can't tell if that's like the two cloud layers still spread apart, just looking like they're coming together at the horizon, or if they actually come together. The shades on here, hold on.
Active 50, 700.
I don't know, maybe the clouds break. We'll see. Still got a ways to go.
Short 19 Mike. Go ahead. No short 19 Mike. Cross Albany at maintain 16,000. The Albany altimeter 3012. Albany 3012 and the cross 16,000. Also 19 Mike.
Alright. Getting back on the 293. 20 miles to spare.
2375, Southwest 83, good day.
So again, this would take us, and then we're going to leave it on a 245, 249. So we're going to leave on the 249 radio.
Cross Albany at maintain 16,000. Albany out there 3012.
Excuse me. How's that music sound, everybody? Is that too loud or is it good? Anything not good other than my commentary? I like this next song. This is usually the song that I hit right when I'm taking off. I timed it perfectly, so like I have this very good flow to the music. This is right as I'm supposed to be taking off down the runway. Especially at night. It's a cool song when you're taking off at night.
November 1, November Delta, contact center 135.
Throw this thing on.
135, 32. You have a good day. You too. Mike, contact center 132.
18 miles. Alright, I actually overshot the radial, finally. Get back to the right. I gotta fly with the rudders too here.
Yeah, 6105, get a 12375. 2375, good guy. 6105, good day.
Caution.
385, contact center 127.52.
I'm having a hard time maintaining altitude though. It's a mental battle in this plane. This wind. Keeping this thing trimmed is not easy. It should be easier than this. I'm already burning a ton of fuel. I'm gonna have to flip the tanks. Flipped it to the right tank.
24.0 for 280. Envoy 3903, been reports of some light to moderate turbulence, mainly westbound, but I think it might be affected. 27 to 33 if you want to stop at 26 coming out. Okay, we're going to continue up for now. We're actually past 24.4. We're already in there. Roger.
I always felt like this would be a good song for like the intro. You know how people always do like stream starting in 9 or 60, 59 and they start counting down? This would be a good song for that. Although I'm not going to make this into like a cinematic thing. It's just watching me in a flight simulator. Don't need popcorn.
Right, 43 Juliet here to sit and maintain flight level 220.
220, 84350.
But I do like the playlist. Keeps me alert for these long flights. 14 miles to my last waypoint before my final stretch. Whoa.
235, clear, 4880, good. Commuter 4882 is
4882, right?
Definitely needed music though. It's 11 p.m. here.
Right, 43 Juliet here to sit and maintain flight level 210.
210, 320.
XPLANE is so good, dude. B-Flight Air too, man. This aircraft handles so good. It just feels so realistic. It's crazy. Between this and the Airfoil Labs Cessna, it's so good. I think that's the most important thing. I mean, so many people use Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that's great, but it's all about the developers, I think. You know, like it depends. Like some planes on XPLANE suck, and if that was like what I was basing my opinion on, if I was coming over from Microsoft or just like the vanilla graphics, yeah, I get it. But if you know how to beef it up, which for a home cockpit like this, I feel like XPLANE was a lot easier for me, and I could do way more with it, which is ultimately why I went with XPLANE. And it came with the computer. X-Force PC sold me this computer with like an initial hardware package where I got like a yoke, rudder pedals, and throttle quadrant. It was like super cheap, and the computer's great. It's still the same computer. I'm only running a 3070 Ti on a 58 monitor. Performance is fine. I got everything set to like mid. I don't need max graphics on everything, not for the cost of those graphics cards. No thanks. And it feels right. I'm getting the FPS I need. I get good scenery with all the scenery add-ons I have and all the flight dynamic add-ons, the aircraft I use, the hardware. It's good setup. 10 miles, I got off that radio again talking. So that's the thing, and flying, you gotta stay focused the whole time. Locking in. This is a good hit your cruise song. Really good sunset song. Whoa, what the hell was that? Weather updated.
4885, center, roger. The 95, 17.5, JetBlue 95, center. There's been late to moderate turbulence reported 27 through 33. Above that should be good. Above the indicated flight level 340. Alright, up to 340, JetBlue 95.
This is the first day that I'm using, and it was actually just released today. This is XPLANE 12.4. It's out of beta now. I was having issues with Air Manager. I had to get the new Air Manager plugin installed. Did that thanks to 8033 Fox, YouTuber. who posted the link for that, the file for that on XPLANE.org store. So that was able to get this working for me again, but I think a Windows update just screwed everything up for me. It's been such a pain in the ass this week. Everything has gone wrong with this thing. Both panels failed. Took me a while to figure that out. Ron from Altimeter Motives helped me. Oh, man, I'm getting horrible performance right now on this. Kicking out major fuel right now. Expensive flight for what I'm getting. Okay, that's good. I'm thirsty.
Center quarter 949.
I gotta get something to drink. I have to. I know this is not real world, but I gotta do it. I'll be right back.
What speed are you trying to do? Lower or faster? It's about 300 trips. You said that. What are you doing now for indicated? Oh, geez, we're currently doing 250 indicated. Let's slow down. I'm 4949. I'm pretty good question. 4949. Sorry. 197, climb and maintain flight level 340. Envoy 3903, cross Albany at maintain flight level 240.
Cross Albany at 240, Envoy 3903.
Envoy 3903, contact center 121.35.
2135, Envoy 3903.
November 843, Juliet Sierra, contact Golf Center 123.75.
123.75, Juliet Sierra.
Delta 5747, Camp File 240.
Down to 240, Delta 574.
Center, Envoy 3903 level, or is that a 27.8 for 240 to cross Albany?
Envoy 3903, you come over?
Yeah, sorry, I might have stepped on you. We're at a 27.6 down to 240 to cross Albany.
Envoy 3903, Boston Rider, cross Albany, at or below flight level 240, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Alright, all the way down to 230, we'll cross at or below 240 to Albany, Envoy 3903.
I didn't miss anything, did I? No. No to what? No to music? Kill the music? Should I kill the music?
JetBlue 1336, contact center 123.75.
I mean, on long general aviation flights, they listen, you know, they'll listen to music. Not during, you know, moments of, well, getting some turbulence.
793, maintain your present heading
It's
vector
supposed to be radio silent.
Present heading, 790.
Static environment. Got some big turbulence here. Should I report it? Oh, the music's good? Alright, cool. This is my custom playlist, copyrighted. And I have it synced up for specific moments in about an hour flight when I was doing my pilot edge ratings.
Meter 4882, contact center
Had the right flow to it.
32.65, meter 4882.
Well, if you are watching, thank you for spending your evening with me a little bit. It's always nice to have a little bit of company when I do this down here.
Envoy 3903, we're looking, sir.
Other than the people come in person and try it out. That's always fun. My buddy Dave came last week. I got some good videos of him. We drank a lot of this bullet bourbon that I'm actually drinking right now. And he got hammered and did really good. He actually did a flight on Pilot Edge where I was calling the ATC, and he was doing the flying. He learned it from scratch. He was a skateboarder, and he equated it to like skateboarding, like just finding that flow and maintaining the balance. Maybe I'll post the video of him when he really got drunk and we flew a F-14 over our hometown in a snowstorm. He was freaking out. The seat was rumbling so hard from the G-forces when he was pulling on the yoke. He was freaking out. It's so funny. Wouldn't post it without his permission, though. He's a good dude. That's the bullet. That's the bullet bourbon right there. Something about bourbon in winter, it's just, it's the best, it makes you the warmest inside. I believe this next song is very upbeat, but it shouldn't be. Oh no, not this one, never mind, I took it out. There was another song that used to be there in the playlist. And I just it was too funky and upbeat. I like this like laid back, almost like trap style, fast percussion but slow music. Because the fast percussion keeps you energized, but the slow, chill music like has a nice flow to it for flying. It's very deliberate. Spacey. Much nicer to listen to that than my voice, so I'll shut up for a minute here and focus on my flying because I'm 3 miles to my VOR and I gotta navigate here, so I gotta be on the 249 radio out of here. Okay. Left. This is it, 61 miles on the 249 radio. We'll hit our airport.
Southwest 707, cross 5, that maintain flight level 250.
Should be under an hour. Probably be an hour of total time here when you take into account I'm going to probably have to circle the field and taxi and then shut it down appropriately now that I found my checklist and I know my son didn't steal it. I'll do this by the book. So sore. See, I wouldn't be able to do this in a real plane. Luxuries. There we go. Oh, felt good. Should get very stiff in here. Sitting still for so long. That's why I got to chair the rocks a little bit so I could at least move and get a little bit of lumbar motion going.
Traffic into 930 to 10 o'clock, 4 miles northbound, 717 out of 19, actually out of 20 to 21.
Delta 2964 is looking.
Overshot it. Overshot the 249 radio, got to get back to the right now, so this needle's just got to swing in a little bit, and then Once we get that centered, we ride that needle for 61 nautical miles.
Delta 989, kilometer maintain, follow 240.
Traffic pattern. It looks like the clouds are clearing, so that would be fantastic, because then we could just cancel our IFR clearance and fly it in manually instead of getting vectors, but we'll see. But I'm already getting good visuals on the ground here. You can see, finally. Getting a little rain though.
Taking the frequency for 949. 949,
Active sky is the real deal still. That's what anybody says.
1979 will advise.
Run the native weather, run XPLANE's native weather, real weather, but use active sky and passive mode so you get all the air effects. So much better. It's still worth it in my opinion.
Commuter 5003, contact
I definitely notice a big difference. That's why I only fly with active sky, so I don't fly anywhere in the Northeast this time of year in the sim, because up where I live, nobody flies general aviation this time of year. It's icy conditions constantly. So I'm only flying active sky, so I do this simulated thing where on air I took this Cherokee, I rented it from my hometown up in New York in winter, but I flew it out on a nice day using active sky. Like, did a long flight. I didn't record it, but I got clear of the Northeast, and then I started flying all around the Southeast, like in Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, I think I'm going into Missouri now, Kentucky, Tennessee I might have been in. So I'm just doing all these little jobs, whatever I can find, whatever I get offered. So this is the flight that I got offered, and it's like, I want to say it was either $620 or $940. I can't even remember. Hopefully the $940. But I'm not going to look that up. I'm just going to focus on the flight. Alright, we're still a little left of that radial, so I'm just trying to. So the wind is at. So I get the.
Alright, 20 miles north.
No, I'm not getting the ASOS yet.
3903.
Surface observation.
Sorry, Alpha Victor Charlie, you got to exceed Mach 0.72 and in the transition, you got to exceed 260 knots.
I think what I'm going to do after this, it's 11:17 p.m. where I'm at, but I really don't care how late I stay up tonight. I could stay up till 3 in the morning. My wife's got to work tomorrow. I'll have my kids, but I mean, we don't really have anything to do. I'm ready to be up right now. Tired tomorrow. So after this flight, I might do something a little different. Thinking I will try. Man, I'd love to do a bush flight in a Piper Cub. I could definitely hook this up as a Piper Cub and fly in Alaska. I could do something better. Or I could fly in a F-18 through Manhattan at night. That would be fun. We'll see. First things first. Just checking my FPS. I've been getting some, it stutters sometimes when I download new orthos, when it streams new orthos. So I'm just trying to keep up on how my FPS is doing when I feel like it looks a little choppy. But we're all good. It's just disorienting because I can't see the ground, you know? So I can't tell if there's moments where it just freezes almost, and I can't tell if, like right now. I can't tell if I'm losing my mind, if the screen's actually freezing. And the whiskey's not helping. The bourbon, I should say.
South Kill Charlie, sir. Good evening. Coming in level 230. 230, 10826. contact center 123.
Thanks for watching, you know. Cheers.
10387
Even if you are bored by watching this, I hope it's at least some kind of ASMR for you as you relax. I literally saw a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel that I saw that inspired me to build something like this. First time I watched it, I fell asleep. I actually loved it. Like, it was very relaxing, and
Meter 5003 cross Albion, maintain 16000, Albion.
the music's not too relaxing. The music keeps me awake. If you take the music out, I could literally fall asleep again. And I almost have a few times. I've committed to some like long ass flights on like Pilot Edge where you don't screw around. Like, you don't just, oh, I'm done. Like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. Like, you gotta finish. Doing them late at night. Like, I remember I started some of my Pilot Edge ratings at like 10 p.m. after I got my kids to bed. I have two very young kids at home, and getting them to bed's not always easy. And yeah, so I'd have to start these ratings where I'm flying from like somewhere in Southern California to somewhere in Southern Nevada in a Cessna, because that's all I felt comfortable flying. Do these ratings in a Baron where I'm so uncomfortable and unused to them. Like, I never had this set up for anything other than a single GA.
United 439, contact center 123.87.
12387, United 439, see ya.
Is there anything level-wise that sounds off? Like, is the music too loud or too soft, or the background chatter, the aircraft control, my mic? Does everything sound okay? Because I really suck at OBS. I just started using it recently, and I can't tell if I'm getting the levels right or if I'm screwing it up every time. Don't feel pressured to share your opinion, though. I'll assume if I don't hear anything, that everything's probably fine.
Southwest 74, contact center 128.6.
286 Delta 574.
I'll wake you up if you're falling asleep to this.
American 70, subject Ebony.
Correct, Ebony, American 70.
Alright, I'm right on my radial. So, I guess the 249 radial. See what the wind is doing here now. See if we can get the wind report.
340, then cross 30 miles northeast of Albany, for level 240.
2969er 300.
Been there 6, connect center 135.7.
135.7, been there 6.
Nice. Watch for birds, alright. Gonna dodge a flock here.
Delta 160, connect center 134.95.
Flocked up here.
3495, Delta 160, good night.
Alright, so I'm right on the 249 radial as I should be. 19 miles past the VOR station. 42 miles to go. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. If they, it's gonna all depend on this weather. These clouds, if they clear up, I can cancel IFR. But right now I can't. I mean, I can't see the ground except for right there. I should probably have my lights on too. Let's get next carrier view. Oh, over here, lights on or off?
Air 905 November Yankee Center, roger the Albany out there 3012 today. You said you're going up 13 miles? Yeah, 13 miles and 3012.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. I'm gonna have to, I mean, as of right now, they said clear, so apparently it's gonna clear up. I still got 40 miles plus to go, so 40 nautical miles at that. So that's really what, 42 miles? The beat goes half.
83 is going to maintain level 340.
I think this next song sucks. It's okay. It's not airy enough. It's a little too hard. Goes pretty hard. What's wrong with that? Go hard or go home.
Mexico 643, radar service terminated, contact center 12813, good night.
128.3, Aero Mexico 643, 10, good night.
Last off. It's a minor second in there.
300 knots or greater. 300 greater, Cabo 83. Center hello, double 1885, level 2HO. Double 1885.
It's crazy how much sitting still hurts. I mean, I know I'm getting old, but I'm not this old. I'm too big.
Marcel 19 Mike traffic.
Hurts being big, I'm telling you.
10 miles opposite direction, heavy Boeing 777, level 350.
Hello, shuttle launch at Mike over.
Carrying a lot of weight. So I'm 6'7" centimeters. I know I'm over 200 centimeters. I don't know the exact number, but I think it's just a little over 200. And then I weigh like 250 pounds. What is that in kilos? 170 kilos. Carrying the weight of the world on my body. Genetics too. I'm not fat, it's just big. It's just when you're big, you carry more weight.
Southwest 1709, contact center 123.75. 2375, tell 20.
Man, this turbulence is really thumping. Seats bouncing around again. Alright, so 35 miles to our destination airport. Holy cow, what a flight.
We just checked in with me and had 300 left. Just maintain 30 knots, 300 knots. Okay,
This is the home stretch.
300 knots, Delta 2488.
You can see the ground out my left window here. You get an idea of how much we're thumping around down here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the wings are, the flaps are bouncing around like crazy. I know you can't see that on the camera, but like this one especially.
Check that 300, 280, 40, 30 North Malden.
Exit at 300, center ready.
not the flaps, the ailerons.
Maintain 14,000, Albany altimeter 3012.
14,000, 3012. Check.
They said at 300, maintain at least 1,500 foot or better down, through flight level 200.
Coming in down 200, and do we delete that restriction for North Malden?
That's negative. Make your restriction with whatever they gave you. I just need you to maintain at least the 1,500 better through 200, and then a normal rate after 2,000.
Oh, shit.
Check that 300.
He's getting thrown around. This is bad turbulence. In Cherokee, this would be considered pretty severe. My seat is just thumping. Like hard. Dum, 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 dum. Bumps. If you've ever experienced a butt kicker, it's what's in like a really good movie theater. It's those like thumping things that are in the seats that make you feel the subwoofers. But it's basically haptic connected software where you get haptic feedback, sound feedback that's translated into a physical output. And it's connected via wire, basically via aux cables.
Okay, descend to
And hooked up to a transducer that's attached to the seats, which is attached to my seat. You'll see it if you ever look back at some of my older videos, the sim tours. There's a video that I posted recently when I put the new panel on. It really shows the whole setup from a very good viewpoint. It does not look clear yet. I mean, I got 30 miles to go, which is basically the horizon, and all I see is clouds. So, who's wrong? ASOS or Active Sky slash got the knee board on. I hate this song.
Negative 50, connect 12832. 2832,
I gotta take this off the list. Not on fire, bro.
Got any ride reports further our direction?
Yeah, we just talked to them earlier. The next section to the northeast, and they're getting good rides all up to.
Okay, well, let's leave that moderate here.
Okay, did a note from the west. It said the chops moving in from the west. They had some bad rides, dirty there, but it should smooth out until we come.
Whoa, holy Nikes. Getting thrown around. Yes, this is a good song for turbulence. Oh, this sliding.
Don't show the 1 mic from Albany at maintain 16,000, the Albany altimeter 3012. Albany is 3012 and the cross for 6,000, so 1 mic.
Pull that light.
November 8,
There we go, we got some land. I don't see it at the horizon. We're right on course. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, the wind was what again? Check the wind. 170 at 8.
Bus 883, connect to 123.75. 123.75, Southwest 83, good day.
So, that means we're going to want to hit runway 18. We are undoubtedly going to be getting back into 1-8, or we're going to take 1-8 if we go VFR.
November 1, November Delta, contact center 135.30.
1-8 is the right pattern entry.
532. Have a good day.
I'm just trying to visualize it. So basically, the way we're coming in is perfect. We'll hit it. 1-8's going to be this way. We're going to have to come in back this way. So we're going to come in like this and then hook around, make a right hook into the downwind. Perfect. We're lined up right now. We got 26 miles. But it's nothing but clouds up there, so they're going to have to vector us down. I better get a big reputation boost for this, but I'm going to need a soft, perfect landing. That's the thing, because I have a delicate piece of equipment, so if I have a bad or a hard landing, I basically lose the whole contract. So I can't break the equipment because I landed rough, so if I'm not feeling good about my landing, I have to do a go around.
Okay, we're going to continue up for now. We're
Or missed approach, depending on what the field looks like. So I should probably look at the let me study that real quick. Procedures, charts, approach, reference, taxi. It's all RNAV approaches into the airport, which I can't do. Do not have those capabilities. I need to get vectored to the visual. Okay. No biggie. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna have to loop around the backside of the airport. I'm actually going to have to loop around to the left and then come around and join the downwind base, come back in this way. South. Yeah, that's right, okay. I visualized that wrong. That's another hard thing about flying like this without GPS or moving maps. You have to really keep your bearings in your plan, have to plan and visualize it in your head, even draw it out.
Delta 29, please go back to 134.7.
Okay, we'll go back to 34.7.
I burned a lot of the right tank, so I'm heavy on my left. The plane is really pulling left, and I'm getting turbulence on top of that, trying to steady it with my rudder and the aileron. 21 miles and still seeing nothing but clouds. I'm not optimistic here, but I'm hoping it clears up, but I would love to cancel this IFR and shoot it in. I wonder if I could get under there, but I can't risk it, because if I go under there and then the cloud ceiling goes down to like 1,500 feet or so, I can't be doing that. It looks low, but I don't know. My perception might be off because I drink bourbon and enjoying my vape. Oh, my goal's next. This is a good zone.
Number 8432 is here to maintain final 210.
210, 3210.
Hello, thanks for watching. I see there's a few people on there right now. If you are watching, say hello in the chat. Tell me where you're watching from. Always fascinated by how this kind of thing brings people together. Cool. Never back in my day. I saw a cool documentary about, so I'm not a millennial, but I'm not a Gen X. I'm a Zennial. So I was born in 1980, I'm 45. And it's, I don't want to get off aviation too much, but it's funny how disconnected I was with the world in my youth, but how connected the world became as I became an adult. This is at a very critical time in my life, two different worlds, and it was like a rapid technological change period, you know, like late 90s to late 2000s, that 10-year span. What happened to the internet, smartphones? I mean, holy cell phones in general, just technology in general, AI now. It's a crazy world. The speed, talk about a renaissance. I mean, technological renaissance we're living through right now. Crazy time to be alive. But happy to be here. Cheers to that. Cheers to being here. Last cheers.
Meter 4882 to maintain 16,000, maintain a week 15 or foot or better down.
Cheers again.
16,000 and I think you said 1,500 feet or better, meter 4882.
Max meter 4882, affirmative, maintain a week 15 or foot or better down. The altimeter 3012.
18 miles, still nothing but clouds.
1,500 or better, meter 4882.
Not bad. There's no way it's clear. It says it's clear on the weather report on here, but this is got to be outdated because this is not friggin' clear, man. They gotta give me visual. I don't have RNS capabilities. That's the thing I worry about with saying tensions. Are they going to be able to do that? Because right now their plan is probably to give me an RNAV approach. I am not RNAV capable. They got to give me a visual approach, or I need an ILS approach if visual is not presented. ILS is available at my alternate airport, not the one I'm going to. So I need to know that. Can they give me a visual approach? Now, if I were on Pilot Edge, I could just call them and ask. I would say, you know, departure Cherokee 4320 Juliet. Would it be possible for me, you know, I could just ask them and they'd say yes. But with Pilot Edge, the AI is very finicky about going off script. And that's why I don't like about it, because as great as saying intentions is, I just friggin' hate AI right now. Not because I'm a boomer. I just, for ATC purposes, I hate it because
95, 17.5,
send them into 1,500 feet, 296 on the Alright, so now if I descend to 2,500, oh shit, what am I doing? So that was cool. That felt real.
Delta 99 traffic is 10:30
Oh, see, no. I don't have RNAV capabilities. Would you be able to give me a visual approach in 4320 Juliet? See, now here's where we'll expect a visual for 1-8. Thank you very much, 4320 Juliet. Now, if this holds up and I get the visual approach, everything sounds good. Mystery 909, thank you so much for your help tonight. Appreciate the feedback and the help. Company. Alright, let's gotta make the mixture a little rich.
Yeah, 6011, just maintain 1240.
Surprised I haven't pushed you to sleep. Put me to sleep and I gotta fly this thing.
Yeah, 6011, connect 12375. 2375,
It's so slow this time. Gotta be better.
Caution.
2,500, you said, right? I'm wondering if I should kill the music for my approach. No, you know what? I'm gonna get under the cloud layer here. I'm killing IFR. I'm gonna just fly it in VFR. Be way more fun. I can already tell that I'll be able to. So I can see the base of the cloud layer is not too much lower than where I am right now. So
you said that. What are you doing now for indicated? Oh, today I'm currently doing 250 indicated. I just closed down. I'm borderline 49 approved this question.
that sounds funky. See, now what I just did there, that was a hard bank to my right. That could have broken the friggin' transmission that I'm carrying and made this whole flight for nothing. I would have just lost money. So that's where you gotta be careful. Like, I'm gonna hit the vape. I gotta take this seriously. I gotta pay attention if I'm gonna vape. Cause I got try not to do autopilot or anything like that when I do these analog flights. I wanna go bare bones, old school flying like my dad did. Although my grandfather was not a aviator, played his part in Japanese theater. Actually, this cloud layer looks pretty low. This doesn't look clear yet, and I'm currently only 10 miles from the field. Turning right in 55,
1.75.
They're going to vector me in for a long approach here, and I'm going to burn more fuel. This is a funky sim. 2,500, he said, so I'm at 27. See, now, if same tensions holds up here, and they actually do give me a visual approach in, then I'm making the right decision, because that's impressive. Because that is going off script. They wanted to give me an RNAV approach. I told them I'm not RNAV capable. I'm slant, whatever the definition is. It would be a slant alpha or slant delta, but not slant golf. And they need to know that. St. Tensions needs to have an option where they know what equipment they're using. They never really ask for it. That's not very He's coming right from behind me. It's actually giving me a nice little boost. So I don't know what they're going to have me do. So now, right now I have no bearing. So as far as I'm concerned, I have no need for the VOR anymore. For the distance measuring equipment. So they have to talk me in, otherwise I'm not going to find this airport. Bearing wise, I know it's over to my left, but I have no idea where. I know I'm about 10 miles from it, but it could be turning left heading 280, 4200.
Albany 1660,000, 3012 for 5003.
Turn left 235, clear for the visual 18 approach, 432 Juliet. 235. Alright, so I can disengage, I can get down. My traffic pattern altitude's 1,300 feet, so I can get under these clouds here. I was cleared.
Number 552, X-ray level 430.
And then I'm going to have to get onto the CTAF. Cancel IFR. CTAF on 1228.
Alright, we'll expect that. We have a very slight contact on 552.
One more vape before I land this thing. I'm not done, man. I'm going to do some more flying tonight. I'm in the zone. Frequency change approved. I have the airport in sight. Thank you for all your help tonight. Request cancellation of IFR for 4220.
2737 Delta 2964. Good day.
Squawking VFR. Frequency change approved. Have a good day yourself. 4220. See ya! Not good enough. Alright, now this cloud layer up. Alright, good job, St. Tensions. I eat my words for anything I said because you guys did a great job programming that AI. Good job. For the price, it's a lot cheaper than Pilot Edge. It's pretty impressive. I gotta do a checklist. I didn't do my descent checklist.
ADC, Airline 2820 Center, good evening. Yep.
Just off. Fuel selector to the fullest tank. Yep. Make sure there's raised flaps below. Let's check. Alright, this sucks. Landing light on.
Sorry, Kill Charlie, maintain full level 210.
Wow. I thought I had the airport in sight, now I gotta get lower. So traffic pattern altitude is literally 1200. This is bad. Gotta get lower. There we go. The airport should be up here somewhere. There it is. Is that it?
Air 5003, contact center 132.65.
3265 for
I think that's it. These clouds. Thought I had it in sight. I'm already basically at my traffic pattern altitude. This is brutal. I might have to wave this off through missed approach here. Or I could circle the airport. If I could just... Oh, come on, say intentions. It was almost a perfect flight from you. I canceled the IFR. Prematurely, I might add. Holy shit, this is bad, but I can't see anything. I thought I had it in sight. This weather's...
Southwest 6011, 19.4.
9 miles, 12 o'clock is Malden,
Southwest 6011, center climb, maintain level.
Malden Airport. Cancellation. I can switch over to CTAF, and thank you for everything. 432 I got the airport in sight. We're good. CTAF. Malden traffic. Cherokee 4320 Juliet. Currently about 8 miles northeast, 1,200 feet, bound for a full stop, going in the right downwind for runway 18 Malden. CTAF call the right way without sounding like a mumbling idiot, which I sounded like on the previous call. I wonder why. What can be so hard about this? Mumbling like an idiot.
Cessna 95 Victor, left down 20.
After we land on runway 18, we're gonna have to vacate the runway to the left. Where am I? See, and this is the other thing without having the GPS. Normally I could visualize it better on the GPS, thinking I had the airport in sight and then losing it in the clouds. I should have stuck with them, but I thought I had them. No, I'm not so sure. I'm not saying I'm lost, but I'm not saying it. Because I thought that was the airport. But now, as I approach, not looking like an airport. But you know what I can do to find it? Because I am... Oh, see, these clouds are the problem. I got disoriented in the clouds. Alright, so what can I do, folks? Who's got an idea?
4 miles to the south, climbing through 4,000.
111.2, let's try this. Okay, so it's attacking the military one. 10 miles from that. Okay, I'm heading in the right direction. Man, what a shit show. Lost in the clouds again. You know what I'm gonna do? I gotta get back on with him. Departure, Cherokee 4320 Juliet. Can I reacquire IFR services because I lost the airport?
SX78, just verify flight level 1909.
Yes, sir. 190. Kilo Charlie.
7746, ident 4320 Juliet. Burning.
Yes, Center 914, clear direct to F. Correct passing.
Right copy. We appreciate it. We're in those bumps right now, sir.
1-1. Roger, could I just get vectors to my destination, to Malden, please? To south. Oh, I don't want vectors to the visual approach. I want vectors to the actual airport. Oh, this is bad. It's gotta be up here somewhere. The clouds are what's killing me, so they're handing me off to CTAF. They said it's clear. Clearly this is not clear. So what I would probably have to do here is go missed approach and go to my destination or go to my secondary airport, unless I get very low here like this and I can get under this layer. But I'm thinking it's gotta be over here. I know I'm in the right area. The cloud layer is low. Why are they telling me this is clear? Yeah, departure Cherokee 4320 Juliet. The sky conditions here are not clear. This blanket of fog and cloud is coming right down to about 600 feet AGL. Can you vector me straight to the airport, please? 4320 Juliet. Look at this. This is crazy. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, I knew it. Never mind. Disregard. 4320 Juliet. Cancel IFR. There's 18 right there. So I'm gonna get a right pattern. All right, I'm gonna hook around.
Envoy 3652, contact under 121.35.
Squawking VFR frequency change approved. 4320 Juliet. See ya. There we go. All right. Whew, made it. That was sweet. That was actually really kind of fun, challenging.
And Center 9 on board 3652, 24-2 Malden 240. Envoy 3652, Center.
Malden traffic, Cherokee 4320 Juliet. I'm going to be entering the right downwind here for runway 18, Malden. Way too low here, but the clouds dictate it. Is that or... See, that's the other thing. What do you do? The good view out is the right window here, by the way. It sucks because on the stream you're not seeing this view, but I'm getting a good look at the ortho tiles finally of the ground. It looks fucking great.
Traffic, citation 228, Papa Charlie is 6 miles, left base from
I'm excited. It's good. The buildings are perfectly integrated with the orthos and appropriate for the locations that they are, you can just tell. And just having flown areas that I know in real life, it's much more accurate using SimHeaven. Alright, so we're just making a big right hook all the way around. Joining the right downwind for runway 18 here.
Traffic, citation 228, Papa Charlie is on final runway 24, full stop.
Looping all the way around here. So look how low this cloud layer is. It's a miracle I found this place. I was off by 5 degrees or so. I would have overshot it and not seen it probably. Just got totally lost. And that's where saying tensions doesn't help you, right? They weren't going to vector me in. They just kept telling me to take the RNAV. Like, vectors to the RNAV. Like, I didn't know. Or releasing me to CTAF. Like, yeah, you're good to go. No, I can't see. Where do I go? I mean, normally, yeah, you wave it off there. You go missed approach. Or you go to your alternate destination if it's not possible. But I don't want to do that. This has been a long flight. And if I do that, I don't get paid for this long flight. Then I gotta fly back again. The weather's good. Or just shut off the sky, which I refuse to do.
Going to be coming around for a left base 24.
Man. Looks like one of the UFO cornfields. Alright, there we go. Malden traffic, Cherokee 4320 Juliet, right downwind 18, Malden. Malden? Alright, slow her down. The flaps. I'm gonna shut off the music. Staying calm. Yeah, I should watch this. Worried about the music. Had a good time. Alright, yeah, low. No wonder she was saying caution. Probably just saved my life. Not really. I knew where I was. Malden traffic, Cherokee 4320 Juliet, turning right base, 18.
Traffic citation 613 Kilo Juliet is on the left base for 24.
Alright, we're good. I shouldn't hit you then. Alright, I'm not going to pull out the checklist right now. I'm just going through it in my head, but I think we're good. First notch flaps, trim, throttle back. Okay, we're right base. Oh shit. Malden traffic, Cherokee 4320 Juliet, turning final, 18.
613 Kilo Juliet is turning final for 24. Got the helicopter in sight.
Man, I am way off. Oh, this Cherokee is so much tougher with the rudders for some reason too. It shouldn't be. Alright, we go full flaps. Hopefully that doesn't screw up the plane. That was kind of fast to employ him, but see, here's the thing. If I were not to come in right there, I'd have to do a go round. No big deal, right? If I just fucked up the cargo, then that's gonna destroy the point of this whole flight. Would you calm down, lady? What is this? I've never gotten this audio before. It happened after I did the XPLANE update today. So today the XPLANE 12.4 released, came out of beta.
Traffic 270 Juliet Hotel. We're 10 miles to the southeast.
So
inbound. We're going to fly
it is kind of whipping here.
Traffic for runway 6.
I'm trying to keep the center line, but I'm coming in a little fast. But I feel like if I don't come in faster than this, I'm going to drop like a rock. I'd rather come in too fast than too slow. I think I got it. Full flaps. So yeah, we just exit to the left. I'll show you how much money I made. I'll show you this air manager screen.
We're 5 miles to the southeast. We'll be overflying the field for left traffic, runway 6.
Traffic, Skywagon 010, we're just east 7,000 en route.
That was not good.
Time logged.
Oh man, what did I do? So you know what happened is I tried to trim the nose up a little bit as I was flaring instead of pulling back on the yoke too much, just to like save my desk and not yank on it so hard. And I slipped and I hit too much trim and it kicked the nose up. I never would have done that with the trim, but I just didn't feel like yanking on my desk normally. Oh, stop. Alright, let me get my bearings. Man, that sucked. Probably just broke the cargo. You'll see it on air. They track all that. I'll show you. Alright. Malden traffic, Cherokee 4320 Juliet is clear of the active, taxiing to the ramp. Flaps up. Trim. Swap the fuel tank. Alright, so that's the flight. So I'll show you now what happens in OnAir. I'm gonna need to get fuel too. So, oh geez, the rudder. See, the rudders are way too sensitive on this airplane. Alright, over here.
Traffic 270 Juliet Hotel, turning a final, runway 6.
Man, way too aggressive. Burning fuel just doing that. Alright, so park it. Let's go through the checklist. Alright, after landing light is off. Mixture, 1-inch lean.
8.5 miles.
Flaps are up. Transponder standby. Trim set for takeoff. Fuel pump is off. Shut down. Electrical equipment off. Mixture idle to cut off with ignition to off and master switch to off.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Alright. Oh, see, I did it. I hit the new level with that flight. So, not a lot of money, but you earn reputation. So, I guess that means I didn't break the cargo. So, watch this. I'm going to pull up this screen for you so you can see it. There we go. Alright, so now you can see I've reached level 2. I get 2 new skill points. So this will open up. So the landing was actually very smooth. So it didn't look it because I pulled the nose up and that got a little exaggerated, but I did actually touch it down pretty slow. My landing G was 1.01 Gs, which is good. Landing speed 40 knots is good. I mean, this is the whole shebang. So, let's see here. Okay. Reach level 2. So I got the comfort bay safety bonus not obtained. Oh, because engine was already on at tracking. So see, that's what sucks. I lose a little bit of experience there by doing that. Because I did the startup right. I went through the checklist. But there's the engine condition, normal wear and tear. Show the flight record here. Here's the flight map. There it is. It's a pretty good flight in a Cherokee and IFR conditions the whole way. So I go to my dashboard. I have 2 unassigned skill points, so I can assign these. Check this out. So now I can do medical jobs. So I save that. Now I can get new kinds of contracts where I can transport medical things like medical equipment, medical specimens. So that would be a job for me for $1,100 where I could fly out of my home airport in Rochester. But that's the thing, this time of year I can't fly out of here. So what I do, I don't take these cheat jobs. I go right to my aircraft where it's at. Okay, and it's this one right here, the one that I have leased. Not this freelance one. This is where I used a freelance option to try to make some extra money. But this is different, right? Like this is the real deal. So what I do is you click on this, jobs at the current airport, and it shows you what your options are. Now I have to limit my options given the aircraft I have. This is a Piper Cherokee. I can't take thousands and thousands of pounds of cargo or 4 people. It's meant for like transporting a person or 2 and maybe 100 pounds of cargo or a couple hundred pounds of cargo with no people. So like right here, I have to take this down. This 664 is way too much. I can't. 414 should be my max, up to 400 nautical miles. So this will cut down my jobs. I'll show you what my options actually are. So it loads the jobs that are actual options for me. And there you go. That's the only job I get. That's my only option for $570. So let's say I'm going to accept this job right now because that's my only option. But it's out of the airport that I'm currently at, or I can show jobs. Where is it? I can show other airports. Search surrounding airports. Here, maybe I have a better option close by. So now you can check out other airports, see if there's something close by, somebody at a bigger city, more options for better money. Because that's crap. $500 for that flight, taking a journalist. I mean, so that would basically be probably a 4-hour car ride. You're cutting them down to 1.5 to 2 hours, but that direction you're flying into the wind again. So you might want to wait till tomorrow if you're flying active sky, or look for a job that's going with the wind. Get back east, shoot down for Florida or something, or down to maybe even Texas. This would actually take me towards Texas a little bit, which would be, there'd probably be a lot of good opportunities out there for more money. But let's see what this yields. If not, you can just make your way down there without getting paid, but it costs a fortune. You have to pay for all the landing fees and the gas, the maintenance, the parking fees. It's like all the costs add up quick, the overhead. So when you're not flying and getting paid for it, it's tough to maintain. This is taking long. So there you go. Got one more option for way more money. Here we go. So DXE to 3TN6 beekeeping starter kits, 374 pounds, which is a lot of weight, but I could handle it for 106 miles, no problem. For $1,100, I'd have to get to DXE. So let's see where DXE is. So I'm currently at Malden. That's Kilo Mike Alpha Victor. And I'd have to get to DXE to take that job. So I'm going to flight plan that really quick, see how long that is. If it's like a 20-minute flight or shorter, I could do that right now. That'd be a cool way to close the night out. Although it is after midnight here. It's getting pretty late. But I do see there's people watching, so that would be rude of me. Okay. So I'm going on to SimBrief right now. I wish I could stream this onto the screen so you could see what I'm doing on here. But I'm not really good at this, so KM AV to KDXE in the Piper Cherokee. So that's the thing, I'd have to use this plane. Now, and then what I would do is I would look at the fuel prices. What is the fuel cost here versus there? So where should I gas up? If it's $1 or $2 cheaper there, I wouldn't gas up. But if it's $1 or $2 cheaper now, even though I don't have to, I would gas up here. You know, you got to make real world business-based decisions. So this could be an opportunity to take more money in a job plus save money on gas. We'll see. Unknown. MA. Malden. Wait, where did I fly out of? MAW, not MAV. SimBrief didn't recognize the airport. Shut off. Let's try this again. KMAW, there we go, to KDXE in the Piper Cherokee, P28A. Let's see how long it's generating my flight plan. If it's IFR though, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to fly an approach or something right now. I'm probably not going to do it right now. Honestly, I'm tired. It's 12:13. It's after midnight. SimBrief's taking its sweet time. 40-minute block time. No, I'm not going to do this right now. Although, let me just see. Generate. Going back towards Memphis. So I like this. Oh, airtime is 8 minutes. Oh, God. That's fast. Okay. Never mind. It's 16 nautical miles, but honestly in this weather I don't want to do it because I don't want to file an IFR plan for a 8-minute flight. It would just take a while. Like that, it would take 40 minutes. It takes a half hour to set a flight up to do it the right way. And I just don't think I have it in me tonight, but I am going to accept this flight. I like this better than the journalist, the beekeeper equipment. So that's a lot of weight, but I'm going to take it. So I accept that job. Go up here to my dashboard, and this is something I'll fly maybe tomorrow night. Do the whole job. But let's take a look at my, okay, so my company value right now is $894. So I made about $500 on that last flight. after everything all said and done. That was a long flight to make only $500. But that's the thing. If you do that every day, it is realistic because, you know, eventually the maintenance costs are going to kick up. So you got to get ahead. And if you're leasing the plane versus renting versus buying, there's all these different implications. So it factors all that in. It's pretty cool. But like I said, the freelance jobs, so if you click over here, it gives you all these different options. So I could just fly this for $5,900, right? Like that's, who's going to pay that for a flight that's 400 miles for one person and 50 pounds of cargo? Like, come on, you're not paying $6,000 to travel a couple hundred miles. $6,000. You know what I mean? Think about that. So that's OnAir, though. It's pretty sweet. Very cool company and software that adds a lot to the immersion of flight simulation that I've had a lot of fun with. There's way more easier modes to go through if, like, what you want to do is just make a quick buck. You can do this freelance mode, save up and buy like an actual airliner and start a fleet, you know, and do your own airline from the ground up. It gets very intricate. There's a lot of details that go into it. But this is the way that I use it. I use it the hardest way possible. I don't do any cheats, really. Do all my flights, no AI flights. So yeah, so this would be the beekeeping flight right here. So I'd be flying back down to Tennessee. So right now I'm in Missouri, so I'd have to fly like a couple miles to this airport, then take it down here to the south. And then I could work this in one of two ways. I could head towards Texas or towards Florida. I'm thinking Texas because more opportunities, more money in the Dallas and Houston areas. But flying between Houston to Dallas to Austin to San Antonio on that quad, there's a lot of opportunity there. Florida's got a lot of transportation too, but it's landlocked, and you got to deal with that Miami Bravo airspace, the Lauderdale airspace, all packed in there, the Palm Beach airspace, kind of a pain. Texas might be a better option, so we'll see what the jobs are that open up, though, now that I can do medical jobs. But that's it for me, folks. I appreciate everybody watching, but it's a late night, and I think I've streamed long enough, and I'm going to retire to bed. So if you are watching still, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching. It was a lot of fun just hanging and talking to myself and talking to you guys, and you talking back. So